PUDcast is taped for a live studio audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the Pud Cave located here in Game Swap in beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, what is going on? Tis the season.
Oh, is it? I was just
Oh, that's every day. I thought he was doing the spooky Halloween laugh. I was like, no, motherfucker. Oh, damn it. Right off the bat, man. And I said the big F, dude, so that's two, man. I'm giving out two for the big F.
Man. Yeah, it might be one of those days.
Dude, I'm glad I cashed out a 20 before I came. But what I was going to say, Mike's like, nah, brother, it's just Saturday.
Yeah, it's just Saturday.
Yeah, oh, it is Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, man. Well, Mike, brother, how's your week been, brother? What's been going on here in the swap? Once again. Oh, it's been Halloween season.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
regular
another week. No, let's see. No, it's been actually a pretty good week. Pretty chill.
Cool.
Not a whole lot going on that I remember.
Once again, hey, just another week here, brother.
I had a lot of sleep.
Yeah, man. You were up
last night.
You've only been up. I mean, you went to bed just a few hours ago, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, hey, man, in my defense, I'm saying yesterday before I left game, so Mike, you sure you want to do it in the morning? You sure 7:30,
yeah,
8 o'clock's cool? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I got it. I got this.
Hey, dude, sometimes I think when I'm sleep deprived, now, me personally, I slept a good 8 hours. So, I feel refreshed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I'm feeling good, brother. You want to throw $1 in?
8 hours. 8 hours, man. That's a long time.
Oh,
that's a long time to sleep.
Oh, no, man. I'm a 7 to 8 hour sleeper, brother. Yeah, oh, yeah. Anything after that, I get kind of weird, but yeah. Well, once again, that's every day. That's regardless of sleep. My brother, I actually had a little bit of a milestone this week, brother.
All right.
I haven't told you this. I actually had a couple milestones this week that I haven't told you about. The first one, I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit. I figured, hey, dude, we do a podcast. I can pat myself. I can brag a little bit, you know. For the first time in probably 20-plus years, man, at least 20 years, I am weighing under 180 pounds, bro.
Why on?
Yeah, man. I weighed in this morning actually at 179.0, brother.
Whoa.
I haven't been that weight, like I said, since my mid-20s.
Right.
I know I never got below 180 in my 30s. So, because I kept up with when I would keep up with it. And I only kept up with it when I was losing weight. I never kept up with it when I gained weight.
Yeah, yeah.
So I know I never got below 180. Really, dude, I never got below 185.
Right.
Much in my 30s. But, yeah, dude, I'm sticking with the diet. I'm sticking with the workout routine.
Heck
and
yeah.
I'm wearing shirts I couldn't wear just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The arms are getting tighter and the waist is getting looser, brother.
Man, you're going to be in skinny jeans before you know it.
Oh, no, that one. I tell you, brother, where I work, I work around some young people. You know, I see younger people, and, dude, skinny jeans are still around. And I was like...
Yeah, but here's the thing. We used to wear skinny jeans back in the day.
I didn't.
What?
No, man. Well, dude, I've always been a fat boy, so I never wore skinny anything.
No, hold on. You didn't wear any tight jeans.
No.
They were all tight jeans.
Well, yeah, around the waist, you know, but no, I never did, man. I've always wore like either a standard or even baggy clothes, dude, all my life,
back
brother.
in the day.
Yeah.
Nobody wore baggy jeans back in the day.
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah, man, I've never wore tight jeans.
You were a metalhead, too.
Yeah. Well, I was grunge before grunge was grunge, brother.
Oh, no, before that.
Nah, dude, I was never into the tight. The only time I wore tight jeans.
That was the only jeans we had.
Well, I was going to say the only time I wore tight jeans is when I couldn't fit into them. It wasn't by design, brother. But nah, man, I never really wore like the skinny stuff. No, man, I never had holes in my pants unless they were like legitimately worn out.
Man,
you know?
I had holes. We would cut them.
Yeah.
We'd cut them hard. Yeah.
Oh, no.
If it wasn't like, 20 down each leg, I mean, you weren't wearing them.
Yeah, you weren't doing it right.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I had patches on mine, brother. Dad wasn't having those. We put patches on that. Ain't buying you no more.
Pretty good money for them jeans.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, you got them jeans. I never, dude, if I tried to cut my jeans, I would get in trouble.
Really?
Brother. Oh, yeah. Like I said, when they would wear out from being worn too much.
Yeah.
I had the patches, brother. Yeah, all straight up, man.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. Made Papa's hell, brother.
That's mine. That's $1.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Hey, like I said, in fact, Mike, speaking of our Cussing for the Kids campaign, Once again, man, what we're doing for anybody who maybe hasn't listened lately, we're doing a Custom for the Kids campaign, basically. It's a swear jar, and we're taking whatever we say and we're giving it to St. Jude's Hospital at the end of the month. That was my mother's favorite charity, doing it in her honor, who passed away, unfortunately, a couple months ago. So just to keep her honor and her memory alive, Mike, and to do something good and maybe try to, curb this very, very bad habit, brother, that we both share.
Yeah.
We both cuss a lot. A lot, brother. So, yeah, dude, in fact, today we will be doing a tally at the end of the show and see how much. And I'm going to go ahead and on my in-person, I'm going to throw a $20 on top of that.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, man. So, at the end of the show, we're going to count up what we have, and we'll be donating that to St. Jude's today.
Heck yeah.
At the end of the month. So, and once again, if anybody out there wants to donate to a charity, they're a great charity. Every cent goes to the actual charity. And, man, they help kids, and I can't think of anything better. Like I said, brother, I'm cool with all charities. Yeah. I mean, if you want to save homeless cats, that's cool. If you want to save the birds, that's cool. I mean, seriously, I have nothing against that. But to me, if I'm going to give my money to somebody, I want it to go to children to help them out, brother. Yeah. And St. Jude's, they do, brother. They help them out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Mike, that was a milestone for me, dude. I felt good about that.
That's crazy. Oh, I actually got weighed yesterday too.
All right.
We have to do that physical for the insurance and all that.
Right.
177.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Of course, I haven't weighed myself in years.
Right.
So I wouldn't even know how to,
how to gauge that.
How to gauge any of that. But yeah, you got that and got stuck. Of course.
What, coming through the door?
No. No, with a needle and some tubes.
Oh, man, that sucks.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't watch it. Of all the crap that I do or watch, and I can't. The needle's tough, man.
Brother, I've seen
and seeing your life juice going, like vials. It's like, hey, is that enough?
Mike, I've seen you literally slash your head open with razor blades. Yeah. I mean, I've seen your life juice. Yeah. I mean, a lot of Lincoln County has saw your life juice, but the needle gets you? Come on, brother.
It does.
It doesn't.
I don't know what it is.
It doesn't bother me too bad.
It's always been like that since I was little, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Needles don't bother me, but I tell you what does bother me is when they miss the vein. And they have to dig for it.
I've never had that done. Oh, God, I'd probably just
pass out. Dead.
Can I do it again?
Dude, I've actually had them dig while the needle was still in my arm.
See, you're talking nasty.
I mean, I was literally like, hey, man, I told that lady, I said, hey, do you need to get somebody else to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm cool.
You want me to come back after you learn how to do this?
Yeah, did you not go to school for this? I mean, come on, man. I got a fairly good tolerance for needles, but even I'm like, I mean, I started sweating. I'm like, dude, come on. I mean, for real.
Stop it.
Stop. Or just take it out and try again. I mean, but I mean, they're digging, man. I think I got it this time. And I'm like, man, I started sweating like hell, dude. I'm like, oh, God, you got to quit. Well, Mike, brother, I had another milestone this week. Something I wanted to tell you about it since Wednesday night. It happened Wednesday.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till we do the show. And it's a good segue into our subject today. For the first time in my life, Mike, I watched the classic, The Thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I know we were talking about this show, and I was like, hey, pick a movie, and you're like, let's do The Thing.
Yes.
I was like, oh, God, I've never seen it. Dude, I never have watched. And, brother, when it was over, after I finished watching that, I'm like, what have I done with my life? It was phenomenal, dude. It was just as good as I was hoping it was going to be.
All right, let's talk some things.
Let's do this. So our subject today is horror movies too, but as you all could probably tell, we're going to be talking a lot about The Thing.
A lot.
God, it was so
good. This might be the Thing episode.
It may be. It may be. We may throw a couple other ones in there.
I remember seeing this probably like 89.
Right.
For first time on VHS. Holy crap. I absolutely love. I don't even know if we talked about it last year's episode.
I don't think we did.
Movies. Probably because it really deserves just a full episode of its own.
This may be that. We may change
I doubt it that we will, but it's going to be a big portion of it.
Right.
There's so much going on in this movie, and there's so much going on after the movie, and just that's left up to your imagination.
Yes.
And, just so much to talk about.
I like
theories about, what
it was. What happens.
Who is it? What happens at the end. Yep. During everything. Yeah.
What I really liked about the finish is just like what you were saying. It's very open-ended.
Yes.
It does leave a lot to your
very
imagination.
Nihilistic.
Yes, dude. Once again, Mike, I don't know why I've never watched this movie. I think this is one of those I just never got around to.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, you brought up watching on VHS. And I was fortunate enough to watch it in 1080p with 5.1 surround sound.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, hey, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Because, I got to witness or experience it in all that glory.
Yeah.
But, Mike, and we can even tie this into the show a little bit. There is something about those old VHSs, though.
Yeah.
Something about that kind of grainy stereo. If you're lucky, some Mama Romano. There was something about that, too. So, I don't know. I'm on the fence.
It really is. It adds, to me, it always added more of a creep to it.
It does, doesn't it?
To where I look at it now, like you said, the 1080p, I can look at the beauty of it, the film, the cinematography of it. I can look at that beauty of it and appreciate it more for that. But back then, it was more about, it was definitely more of a creep factor.
Right. Grittier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't see everything.
I was going to say the practical effects.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a catch-22.
Right.
Because part of it's like, okay, you can see how, I hate to use the word fake, but you can definitely see the practical effects. But at the same time, you can see the quality of these effects. Whereas on VHS, it looked more real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It hit a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And brother, once again, I know we're trying to be a little bit more family friendly, a little bit more for the community, but I did work in adult entertainment for a few years.
Yeah.
And brother, I'm here to tell you, on the back end, on the technical side, trust me, nobody was paying for me to be on the other side of it. But
put yourself over.
Yeah. Well, hey, I was bragging a little earlier, you know. But one thing I'll say about that industry, and I'll drop it after this, but just to kind of put it out there, HD didn't do some of these stars any favors. Let's put it like that.
Okay. I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think some movies, for instance, Mike, and I know we're not talking about science fiction or Star Wars, but even Return of the Jedi in high def, it's a little hokier.
Yeah.
Especially in Jabba's palace, it's like, oh, these are like Muppets now. Yeah. Whereas back in the day,
it was like, oh shit. There's one. Oh, yeah.
We need.
It looks like a gang of just like
Muppets,
space thugs. No, on VHS.
Oh, on VHS, yeah.
Looks like a gang of space thugs.
Right.
But
now watching
these are the most dangerous people in the world.
Now you're watching, like I said, it looks like Kermit.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it's like a B Street. Sesame Street.
It does look like Sesame Street.
We went too far down Sesame Street.
Yes. Which is weird, Mike, because I remember watching those movies in the theater. Yeah. Maybe it's because I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it didn't, because I don't know what kind of quality the theaters showed back then. The only Star Wars movie I saw back in the day was Return of the Jedi. Now, we went and watched the remastered version in the 90s.
Special editions, yeah.
Right. And even then, it seemed like it was a little hokier, but not quite as bad now with the HD version.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When they started adding like the special edition scenes in there, it was definitely on that part. I remember I saw Empire and Jedi in theaters when they first came out.
Right.
And of course, as a kid, everything looks amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's magic.
Yeah,
it really is magic. I think I said on one of these earlier podcasts, my first movie was Superman 2.
Right.
And it really looked like he was flying.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately, I think even the tagline for Superman 1 is "Watch a Man Fly" or something to that degree.
Yeah.
And as a kid, but like I said,
there was, you couldn't tell.
No.
Yeah.
But like I said, going back now and even watching,
I remember I was watching Jedi on VHS later on.
Right.
Not Jedi, Empire. And
I still have those, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
On VHSs, yeah.
I started noticing, especially in on Hoth, the snow speeder battles with the AT-ATs. You started seeing more of that green screen.
Yeah.
It's like, Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see through the snow speeder and kind of see that. Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Because, when we got those VHSs, and I remember, Mike, me and you, brother, we would watch those.
Yeah.
I mean, that was almost the beginning of a party usually,
right.
we or at the end.
Yeah.
When everybody was actually crashing, or if we were getting started, we'd put on a Star Wars movie, and then, that would progress, or like I said, sometimes we'd end it with that. But I remember we would, study it, man. I mean, to a degree, it's like we would be, because that's when we got bigger televisions.
Right.
We used to have the big brick TVs, but the regular squares and that weighed 5,000 pounds, but it was a better quality.
Yeah.
And then the VHS obviously started having better connections, better quality machines, all this stuff.
Right.
But man, like I said, I went back and got a version of the HD Return of the Jedi. Like I said, Jabba's Palace, I'm like, dude, this, like you just said a little bit ago, Mike, it looked straight up like Sesame Street. Still great. I mean, it's still wonderful.
For sure.
But man, watching the thing in HD, especially for the first time, I appreciate it because I love practical effects.
Yeah.
CGI's good and all, whatever.
It's always the way to go.
I think so too.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Unless you've got something just overtakingly massive that you just can't. That you just can't.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not
like a giant space worm or something like that.
Exactly.
And there's still ways around that, obviously.
I mean, look at the original Star Wars movie done in the 70s, brother. I mean, that was every bit of that was practical effects. I mean, look at the thing that we're talking about now. You could absolutely see it, that it wasn't, real, obviously.
Right.
But it gave me an appreciation for the art and the craft of that. And I know our friend Chris Eisenberg, who listens to the show, he's even been here in the Pud Cave. He's a craftsman as well, and I know he loves that movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody like him could probably look at that movie and be like, yeah, this is what to aspire to.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how you could get much better than that.
Exactly. Rob Bottin did all the special effects on that. With in some parts, Stan Winston helped him out on some of it. But it was all done by hand, multiple takes. Yeah. At some points.
Brother, I tell you, and the cool thing about it is that, I'm a science fiction fan as well. Mm-hmm. So it had that science fiction element to it.
Yeah, it does.
Even though I never got into Alien, believe it or not. I've tried watching Alien a few times, and I've just not been able to catch me, But this one, I love that science fiction element to it. And, brother, it legitimately made me jump a few times. And it wasn't just what I call cheap jump scares. Yeah. Which you have in about every movie that's come out in the last 10 years has them. Which are fine, if that's your thing. But for me, it's kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little different when something actually, oh, God. Yeah.
That was, to me, still one of the biggest ones. And it'll still get me. It's the blood scene.
Now, which part exactly?
When McCready's doing the blood sample test on everybody.
Oh, God, yeah.
And
it jumps out.
Yeah, the blood just jumps out. It's like, well, fuck.
Yeah. You almost said it.
Yeah.
Dude, the part that got me is when they were doing chest compressions.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes through them.
Oh, God.
Dude, I came off my chair. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then the head turns into the spider, which that was my favorite part of that movie, was when the head turned into that, spider creature. Oh, my God.
That was great.
That's when I asked myself, Jason, why have you waited this long to watch something this awesome, dude?
Just kind of start up from the beginning of it. I mean, they're all in the Antarctic research. What research? Who knows?
Mm-hmm. I think it's NORAD. I think it's what they said. It seems like I heard NORAD somewhere in there.
The Nords were
NORAD. The weather thing.
Oh, was it?
I don't know, man. It seems like I heard NORAD a few times in there. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's really not. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. But I know what you're talking about the Norwegians. Maybe that is what I may have got that. My wires crossed on that.
Let's see. Okay. Well, the thing has apparently just torn this Norwegian camp completely apart. And what the thing does is it simulates anything it comes in contact with. And copies anything, so it can look like anything: dog, person, whatever living organism,
and take over their personality. If it's a human being, then you can't really tell it.
Right. So it gets into their camp, the United States camp, and basically just starts raising hell through there and
the Swedish camp.
No, they weren't Swedish.
Norwegians.
They were Norwegians. It already tore the Norwegian camp
right.
So it comes over to the U.S. camp.
And Mike, I'm gonna pause you real quick and interrupt you, man.
That was a big thing, with McCready. Kept calling them Swedes.
That's right.
McCready, Swedes. They're
Norwegians.
Yeah.
But dude, what got me is how they're shooting at the dog.
Yeah.
The very opening scene, and that was disturbing. I love dogs, man. I'm like, hey, man, what are they shooting at this dog for? Yeah. I'm like, they better not hit this dog. I remember thinking, if they shoot this dog, man, I'm gonna be mad at this movie.
At that point, you don't know.
Right. And I'm like. Exactly. It's like, what are they doing this for? I mean, if they shoot this dog, man.
Yeah, it's a wolf.
No, it was a German Shepherd, I think. It was domesticated.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like a wolf dog hybrid.
Yeah. I think it was a German, or something like that. But it was domesticated.
Yeah.
It let you pet it and everything. So maybe a husky, maybe?
No,
it wasn't a husky,
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, in the what are they called?
Siberian?
I just lost it. No,
it's the mush dogs.
The documentaries. They said it was a wolf dog
like a mix or something. Yeah. Okay.
And it was actually trained.
Okay.
And it could be kind of spooky sometimes because it could get
still got that wolf instinct in it. Yeah, to just eat you.
Yeah.
I mean that's that's the bottom line.
But they said it was one of the best dogs. One of the best trained dogs for movies.
I could tell that, man, because when it first walks into the kennel with the other dogs, you could see it being trained. You know what I'm saying? You could actually
when it goes straight down.
Yeah. That's
with
cool.
the other dogs, it's like, wow, that's a lot of dogs in one spot. I've never seen
me either.
Dogs just do that.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
That's another aspect of that movie, brother, that took a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Whoever trained those animals, brother. Yeah. Just like the special effects guys, I mean, they were on top of their game, just like the actors. But we'll get to all that.
Yeah. And that you talk about the dog scenes being tough. That the initial dog scenes when the wolf comes into the kennel with the other other ones. Wow.
And when it transformed and broke its head open and all the tentacles.
That's a tough scene to watch, especially if you're an animal lover.
Oh yeah.
I know. I tried to watch this movie with Jamie. She was done at that point.
I was going to say I'm surprised she made it through the shooting at the dog, honestly.
Yeah. But that was a tough scene, especially if you're an animal lover, to see, it kind of happened to those dogs.
Yes, right.
And
because Mike, I'm one of these people. I can watch a horror movie and watch people get killed all day, but man, as soon as the dog gets hurt, I'm like, okay, it's too much. Too much.
It didn't bother me that much because obviously I know dogs aren't being hurt for real.
Sure, right. This is the 70s or the 80s,
yeah. But Clark, who is attached to these dogs so much, kind of a loner.
Yeah,
is your first suspect to this. Okay. Has he been infected?
Right, because he was just like the doctor. And obviously, I don't know. I remember McCready and what was the other guy Childs? Childs. Those are because I remember he's that actor. I've seen him in other things as well, but I can't remember the other names. Windows.
Blair was the doctor. The main doctor.
Right.
That goes all the way to the end.
Right, and he was the first one to bring up that Clark. Mm-hmm. He's the first one to kind of insinuate it. Yes.
And here's where it gets just crazy, okay? Because Blair obviously gets infected. But at what point does he become assimilated?
Right.
You don't quite know.
You don't never know because they lock him in that building. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, spoiler alerts. I mean, if you haven't watched the movie yet. Yeah. I mean, stop. I mean, go ahead and stop now and go watch it. Don't be like me and waste your life by not watching this movie. Go watch it now.
Right. I think at the point that he became assimilated, not fully, but started, was the point where he did the autopsy on the thing that they brought back from the Norwegian camp.
Right.
When he touched it with the pencil, and he put the pencil up to his lips.
That's right.
I was like, man,
he did it.
But
done.
But
it's gone.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, man, if maybe it happened when he was actually in the shed. That was when I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because he did destroy everything. He destroyed all the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to keep it from spreading.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was
exactly.
Once again, it's one of those. Was he? Was
yeah?
It's a thinking.
Wilford Brimley as
got to put him
fantastic as Blair.
Dude, everybody in this movie was phenomenal.
And if you don't know Wilford Brimley, you'll know Wilford Brimley from diabetes.
Diabetes. He has diabetes. Diabetes.
But he's fantastic in this movie.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God!
I was always a fan of him anyway, dude. He was one of those.
I'll kill you. Yes. Nobody's sleeping here. That's great.
And brother, speaking of the actors, we gotta just talk about Kurt Russell, dude. I mean, Kurt Russell ruled the world at this point because he had already done. I believe he'd already done Escape from New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I know it was all around about the same time.
I mean, he was just hitting hits. Oh, for what I thought were hits. I thought this movie was fantastic. But when it came out, it didn't do so well.
No, it didn't. No, it's definitely more of a cult status. Mm-hmm. It really is. And I think VHS probably had a lot to do with that. The home video market.
Absolutely. He'd already done Assault on Precinct 13.
Yes.
Halloween. Fog.
Big Trouble in Little China, maybe? Or
no, not yet.
That was
later.
After? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. How about Overboard? I love Overboard.
Listen.
Dude, really? Okay, whatever.
Stop it.
You didn't like Overboard?
I did. I wasn't a fan.
Really?
No.
Dude, that movie's okay, whatever. Let's move on.
Okay, that's a Kurt Russell movie, not a John Carpenter movie.
Still, man. Okay. Still, I'm just saying it was great.
It was scary. For a whole different reason.
I thought it was great. You're going a little overboard with this one.
We'd already done The Fog.
Right.
Yeah.
I know we're missing something. There seems like there's something else. We got Assault on New York.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Okay.
He may have done. I know he did like Elvis, but that was a TV.
That was yeah. That's right.
I know I'm missing something, but
anyway,
regardless.
Yeah. Great actor, man. He ruled the world. I still love him to this day, man. Yeah. I mean, I'll always be a Kurt Russell fan.
Yeah. Oh God, where was I at on this? But no. So it starts basically tearing up everything.
Right.
At some point, they think it's McCready. Everybody's paranoid against everybody else. I think Palmer's, over there smoking a J.
Yeah, dude, he smokes a lot of pot in that movie. I noticed.
A lot.
And it's kind of a trip, man, because in the 80s, it was pretty open.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of movies in the 80s that was pretty open about smoking pot and stuff. Never really picked up on it that much, but, you go back and watch some of these movies now, it's like, damn, man, there's a lot of weed usage going on.
Yeah, he ain't shy about it.
No, in fact, man, he had a hooter going on. I was like, damn, dude. My whole thing is like, how much did you bring, brother? Because you're going to be up there for a while. You might want to, spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, I know, right? How much did you bring down to this, iceberg?
I mean, dude, if I was still smoking and had to do that, I'm looking at least a pound, brother. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how long I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
A pound a month, maybe. I mean, hell, what else you going to do?
Exactly.
I mean, they do make a good point. And something else I thought about, I was like, man, there's no women around either. That's got to be.
Yeah, it's an all-male movie.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, God, that would suck. I mean, it is what it is.
Tough,
It'd be hard, literally. That's what she said. Once again, in the spirit of being more community friendly here.
And that was one of the things that jokes about with Clark. He's a little too close to those dogs. Yeah.
Jesus, man. Well, moving on, brother.
Okay. So, yeah.
Damn it, man.
Okay, yeah. So Norris, whenever he gets, I think, I would say Norris was the first one to get infected by the dog.
Right.
The wolf. Then, of course, he's on the operating table and
dude.
Oh God, Dr. Cooper.
Yeah.
Does the paddles, the
defibrillators. Yeah.
And just gets ripped. And then all hell breaks loose after that.
Dude, like I said, when he did that chest compression and fell all the way through, I did. Honest to God, man, I came off my seat. I was like, oh God.
When Bennings is assimilated from the thing when they put it in the storage,
right?
And it's just wrapped around him.
Oh yeah. That was creepy, dude.
When he escapes to the outside and they all gather around him,
right?
And he makes that noise. That always, I love that part. It always gets to me because it's just like that. Oh,
it's got that reverb and that little bit of echo in it, dude. Yeah. And when they burn them, it's Mike, you brought it up.
The audio too. I mean, I think we need to talk about the audio.
Absolutely,
that soundtrack.
Dude, yes. I mean, the audio was great. I mean, like you said, that sound effect that he used, it was creepy, dude. You don't get that anymore. You don't really get that kind of audio. It gave me chills.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, when it starts screaming, it literally gave me chills. But even the soundtrack was great, man.
Oh, yeah.
John Carpenter's known for having really cool 80 vibe, not 80 vibe per se, but innovative type. Well, I guess it is 80s vibe. Yeah. That synthesizer and... Good stuff, brother. Yeah, the soundtrack is amazing. The sound effects were amazing. Like I said, dude, I would almost put the sound effects on par with the practical effects.
Yeah, for sure.
And along with the acting.
Just everything together, it's just a great mix.
And, Mike, you brought it up earlier, and I want to talk about this aspect of the movie for a little bit. Another creepiness and just overall uneasiness of the movie was that paranoia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not knowing who is who. Mm-hmm. Everybody's turning on each other.
Yep.
Which, you could almost see that happening without an alien invasion when you got a bunch of people stuck in the same place for months on time in the Antarctic, in the North Pole, wherever they were.
Exactly.
I mean, you could see Cabin Fever. I mean, Stephen King's The Shining is a prime example of that.
Yeah.
But when you add that element of an alien invasion, and then, brother, you add on top of that mankind being wiped out, that was a possibility. I forget how many days they came up with. I figured that was about 3 years. Give or take. It was
something like that.
It was like over 1,000 days or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
So you're looking about 3 years, give or take, maybe a little over, maybe a little under, a little window. Once again,
I love the old computer model, program that Blair used. It looked like asteroids.
Yes, it did. Or the Chess King or whatever that he just poured the drink into.
Yeah.
He's like, cheating bitch. We can say that, so we're not going to put it up. Yeah,
okay.
We're not gonna put it
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, we're quoting the movie.
Bitch.
We're quoting the movie. Quoting the movie.
Oh, well, I could quote like some heavy ones.
Yeah. I was
some F-bombs from the movie, especially when the Norris Spiderhead comes out.
Dude, you could have quoted me.
Are you kidding me?
Brother, that part, without a doubt, was my favorite. Yeah. When that head comes off and those legs come out and the head's upside down on top of everything. It's like the mouth is on top. Oh, dude, it was so weird, brother.
Oh, another one of my favorite quotes. It was when they did the blood test and they're going to run through everybody, and they did Gary last.
Yeah. Get me off this. How do you
Gary's just... The whole movie, Gary is just like wound so tight. He just wants to either kill somebody or just,
be left alone.
Yeah. But they get him last because they think he sabotaged the blood supply.
Right. And he was also like in charge in the movie.
Yeah.
He was the original, and he actually gave up his leadership.
Yeah.
Because he he wasn't sure himself.
Right.
So. Once again, dude, it had all these different elements, but I know that quote you're talking about.
Yeah, when he's the last one to be tied up on the couch, and Palmer's already turned.
Yeah,
and took out.
Was it Windows?
Windows.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I know you gentlemen have been through a lot. So whenever you find the time, I would rather not be tied to this couch for the whole winter.
And like screams
it, dude.
But once again, one of those great quotes and great parts of the movie. It was a little bit of comic relief.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you just saw a guy basically get eat. Basically, because he's like trying to eat the guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the head.
Oh. Once again, brother.
Oh man,
those practical effects. Again, dude.
Fantastic.
And I just can't put over the acting enough. And like I said, the Childs, that was probably my favorite. I love McCready, Kurt Russell's character, obviously. Childs was my second favorite one, man. I mean, you talk about wound up tight, brother.
Oh, yeah.
This guy was tight as the drumhead, brother. I mean, he was just, and they thought he was one of them. Well, everybody thought everybody was.
Everybody thought everybody was.
Like I said, Mike, because I hit you up last Sunday, I was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and work on some artwork, because I always do a special art for our Halloween episode, our horror movie episode. I was like, hey, man, go ahead and hit me up with a thing to feature, because last year we did Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I'm like, this year, you pick one, and because I did that one, you know. You're like, let's do the thing. And I'm like, oh, hell, I haven't watched it. Right. I didn't tell you, though.
Right.
I was like, I felt almost embarrassed to tell you. I was like, man, I don't want to tell Mikey this.
What?
It's almost like saying, oh, man, I got the clap or something.
Yeah.
Got the clap, haven't seen the thing. It's kind of hand in hand here. Yeah. But, man, I'm glad you did. Yeah. Because that gave me that inspiration and motivation to go back and watch it. So I acquired a copy online. Yeah. I won't say how I did that, but I acquired a copy. And once again, dude.
Through analytic research.
Yes, man. I mean, it was for the PUDs. Yeah. The things we do for PUDs.
Right.
Anyway, I'm going to quit singing on this show. That's why nobody watches this anymore. But nah, brother. Once again, that movie got a million thumbs up. All right, brother.
So, down to the end, down to 2.
Childs and McCree. Well, you still have
at the very end when they when Gary gets to me Gary just gets straight killed.
Right.
There's no assimilation, there's no nothing.
Oh no, he just gone.
Takes Gary out and Knowles. Right. Kills Knowles as well.
That's right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. As McCready takes out the Blair, what's called the Blair monster.
Okay,
the big thing.
Which once again that effect, brother, that practical effect, because it had his face kind of to the side, and dude, it was so creepy, man. Dude, let me ask you something. What do you think? Obviously, these guys are artists, just like our friend Chris Osborne. I like to compare him because he is man. He does phenomenal work at Screwwriter Studios. And I know Chris, and this is why I can ask this question. I hope he's listening to hear this. But do you think, as creative and artistic and genius as these people are, do you think there's something maybe a little wrong with them, though? Do you think there's maybe a screw loose somewhere, man, to actually come up with this, like, hideous, grotesque stuff, man? Once again, dude, it's not an insult.
Right.
It's definitely a legitimate question, man, because I hate to use the word normal.
Yeah.
But I don't know if...
There's not a normal artist. There's no such thing.
There you go, man. That's kind of what I'm getting at, because when I see that, I'm
like... You're a normal artist.
Then you're not an artist.
You paint houses.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. There you go. Yeah. Because, like I said, I'm watching this movie, and I'm like... And Geiger is the same way, H.R. Geiger. I consider him, you know, like... Dude, Stephen King, all these horror guys. It's like, man, where does this come from? Right. Once again, dude, that's not an insult. That's not. No. If anything, it's a compliment.
Yeah, if you're a normal writer, you're writing recipe books.
There you go, brother. You're on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you're a normal writer, you're just on Facebook.
I don't know about that.
Well, some of them ain't even normal.
That's not.
Some of them even Google Translators like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But nah, dude, I was wondering. I'm like, because don't get me wrong, brother. I think it's genius.
It's out of that imagination. Man.
Yeah, man. But even that final big, huge monster, I'm like, that is some scary. And I'm gonna go ahead and put $1 in, brother, because that is some scary looking shit, brother. Yeah. It really is. I mean, it's disturbing.
Oh yeah.
In the best possible way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I wanted to discuss that. If there's just something, because I've even had that discussion with friends in the past. It's like, some of these horror movie writers, some of the, Stephen King was who we were talking about. It's like, what's wrong with this guy? I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I mean, great, wonderful talent, but I mean, artistic genius.
Yes.
But damn, man, I couldn't do it, Mike. My art's more in music and stuff like that. Even wrestling. Creative stuff like that. But yeah, man.
There you go. Something's wrong.
Well, I tell you that. I mean, I've known that from day one, brother.
Because it's along the same lines.
Yeah, it's creative, man. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's something that you can't learn.
Yeah.
You're born with it, man. Some people just aren't creative, and that's cool, man. There ain't nothing. I mean, we need people to paint houses, and I don't mean that in a negative way. No. We do need that. But yeah, I don't think you can learn it. But yeah, I have to ask, man. There's got to be a wire. Either there's an extra wire, or there's a wire loose somewhere to come up with something as grotesque and disturbing and ingenious.
Yeah,
as that, because that final well, they're all like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every practical effect in that movie was like that.
Yes.
But that last one, I was like, dude, that is some ugly, ugly stuff
Yeah.
going on. Which is exactly what it was supposed to do. Exactly what it accomplished exactly what it was supposed to accomplish.
So McCready blows up the Blair Monster, and Childs, who's been missing for a while.
That's right. We don't know where he's been.
Don't know where he's been. He comes down to the camp's destroyed.
They blow up the whole thing.
Everything's on fire.
Yep. Well,
they're going to die.
Well, let's talk about Blair. Right before that happened, he was actually building a spaceship.
Yeah.
Out of spare parts, dude.
Blair's been busy.
Dude, that was something else. I'm like, how did he do this, man?
He went from from tying a noose.
Yeah.
To building a spaceship.
To build not only a spaceship but a shop to build the spaceship. I mean, dude, there's lights
because he dug it. He took the floorboards loose, dug a tunnel down.
We're not talking a Shawshank Redemption tunnel, just a straight tunnel.
Taking helicopter parts and.
That part was little. I was even like, an alien. It was an alien, and he was an advanced creature.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, that was something else. Kind of take it all the way back to the beginning of the movie that I liked. How that ship had been there for like 100,000 years. I like that aspect. It's like, okay, this isn't new. This ship just didn't crash.
Yeah,
they found it.
Yeah,
they woke it up.
They woke it up.
It's their fault.
Yeah,
that was another part of that movie I liked because it showed that human error.
Yeah,
dude. Think about that. It showed human error, paranoia, not being able to trust people.
Right.
It showed a lot of different ugly sides of humanity. Yeah. Not only did we see the ugly, grotesque, wonderfully done creatures and effects, but we also got to see the dark side of mankind, brother. Oh, hell, man. That's pretty deep, brother.
It is. Yeah. It's a deep movie. It's really a Carpenter movie.
It truly is.
Yep.
Because, Mike, speaking of deep in the meaning, let's talk about that ending.
Yeah.
Because like you were just saying, man, everything's gone, brother. The ship's been blown up. The monster's blown up.
They're going to die.
They have no way to get out. Die. They have no food, no shelter, no water.
Unless.
They had a couple beers.
Unless one of them's a thing.
And we don't know. Like you said, Childs was gone.
There's theories.
There's absolute theories.
There's theories. Let's talk about the Molotov cocktail theory.
Okay. I haven't heard any of these.
Okay.
I'm brand new to this.
McCready had made up a lot of Molotov cocktails for going after the Blair Monster down at the end of the movie. They were going to blow it up.
Right.
Blow the spaceship up, everything. Whenever he comes out from blowing up, he's still got the whiskey bottle. He made all these out of whiskey bottles.
Right.
He's got a whiskey bottle that could be interpreted as a Molotov.
Right.
That he's got with him.
Right.
That he's carrying with him. He's about to drink out of it. That could be either one or two things. He's going to drink it and just, boom, that's it.
Right.
Instead of freezing to death.
Yeah, right. Or maybe to pass out to make the
right
finish, a little bit easier on them.
Then Childs walks up.
Right.
Okay. And McCready offers him a drink.
Right.
Okay. First off, they already knew not to share any food or drink with each other because the paranoia of might be a thing.
Right.
Might be infected.
Right.
Childs takes it knowingly.
Yeah.
And drinks out of it.
Right.
Okay. Now, if it was a Molotov cocktail, he just drank gasoline.
True. Right. Which you would have known if he'd have drunk gasoline, right. I think, because he took it pretty. I mean,
he took it pretty hard.
Right.
If it was just whiskey, he wasn't paranoid Childs.
That's true. He was already.
He took it willingly,
without having to worry about being infected, because possibly
he already
was.
Yeah.
But McCready was infected.
And McCready laughs at after he takes the drink,
insinuating that maybe he knows he just could have infected him,
or that he knows that Child's infected. He would have never taken that drink. He already knew.
See, brother.
He already knew.
That I wouldn't even thought of that.
He says, Child says, well, what are we going to do now? McCready says, let's just wait around a little while and see what happens.
Credits. And then credits.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting chills talking about it, brother. Yeah. And you know what I think is another great thing about that movie, bro? They never made a sequel.
No.
We don't know what happened.
They didn't. They did the video game which kind of off to its own fodder.
Right.
But no, they never did follow up with that explanation. So it's kept, pretty open.
Pretty open-ended, brother.
There was another theory. The director of photography, Dean Cundy, did a special thing during this. You call it the light eyes, the eye lights.
Okay.
Where he would specially light it to where there were these lights in everybody's eyes. That was human.
Oh, really? Like a little,
like a little clue.
Right, like a little Easter egg to a degree.
Yeah. And if there were a thing or assimilated, they would not have that little light there.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it now.
Yeah.
I had no. See, that's another cool little thing. It has that rewatchability to it.
Yeah.
So did Childs have that at the end?
No, you don't see it at the end.
What about with McCready?
McCready, you did.
Boy, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. Once again, brother. After I watched that film, I'd like to say, as soon as I saw the Spiderhead, that was when I was like, okay, I have wasted 44 years of my life by not watching this movie.
Yep.
Well, Mike, let me ask you, brother. We are doing horror movies.
Yeah.
Is there any other horror movies? Because I know last year, brother, we covered like the Nightmare.
Yeah,
man.
It's hard for me to remember what we did last year. What all we did touch. Keeping it with Carpenter.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's keep it. Yeah.
Prince of Darkness. I love.
I love that movie. I haven't watched it in years.
Fantastic movie.
I have not watched it in so long.
That's the one it goes under everybody's radar.
You're right.
I'm surprised you've seen Prince of Darkness before you saw the thing.
I did. No, it's been years, brother. In fact,
was that because of Alice Cooper?
I think it was.
Yeah.
yeah, because he was in it, man. Yeah. And I think that was about the time I was getting into music really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, one I want to talk about just briefly. You reminded me, and we can definitely get back to some of the Carpenter stuff. But did you like Trick or Treat?
I love Trick or Treat.
Yeah, because that reminded me of the horror and the metal connection. I don't remember if we talked about that last year or not.
We're talking about the 80s Trick or Treat.
I like both, actually. I like the other Trick or Treat that came out about 10 years ago.
Yeah, about 2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
2000-ish.
It was an anthology.
Yeah. I love that one.
Yeah, I did too. I like that one.
The one we're talking about from the 80s is based around the rock character Sammy Kerr.
Sammy Kerr, yes, yeah.
And had Gene Simmons in it.
Yes, and Ozzy.
Yeah.
That's why I watched that movie back in the days, because of Ozzy. Yeah. I was such a huge Ozzy fan.
So, what happened to Sammy Kerr? He died, or?
Yeah, he died.
I forget how.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Then this metal kid, he's listening to the Sammy Kerr records.
The one that hasn't been released yet.
Yes.
This was a special album.
Right. And he starts playing it backwards. Yeah. And he just releases, the Sammy Kerr demon.
And he gets possessed and all that. Dude, man, I hate to say it, but I probably should have done a lot more research for this show. I only watched one horror movie this week.
Yeah.
And that was the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, well, where do you go from here?
Right.
Mike, let me ask you this, brother. Is there any other movies I've missed out on that you can think of?
Okay. Wow.
Because I tell you one that I have been wanting to see.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I may have talked about this last time. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a year, so I forget what all we did cover.
I don't remember last week, brother.
It's probably one of my favorites. Thing is up there, top 10. Definitely is the things in there, but this one is The Exorcist 3.
Dude, I love that movie.
I
love that movie. And it's not even as a horror movie as much. It's just like a thriller.
It's definitely, they call it like a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
One of the best psychological thrillers ever made.
And
this came out at the same time as Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, another great horror movie, man. Well, once again, it kind of falls into that dual category. It could be horror. It's definitely a psychological thriller.
To me, Exorcist 3 just is way better.
Really?
To me, than... I like it a lot better than Silence of the Lambs.
I won't go that far.
Really?
I do like Silence of the Lambs a little bit. I've watched it more. Let me put it like that. I've actually watched it more. I've only watched Exorcist 3. I have watched it a few times. Even in recent times, I've watched it maybe a couple years ago.
Right.
I do like Silence of the Lambs a little bit better.
Yeah.
But, dude, both those movies are phenomenal. I mean, it's like... It's comparing, chocolate cake and another chocolate cake, pretty much.
Right,
it's like, they're both good, But no, The Exorcist 3... phenomenal. Did you ever see The Exorcist 2? I never watched it. I never watched it.
It's tough.
Really?
It's tough.
I've heard.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, I've heard it's kind of made pop.
It's in a weird place too. You know, a lot of late 70s horror stuff was in a weird place.
Yeah, it hadn't really found its footing because you had a lot of the earlier stuff. What I tell you,
the early 70s stuff was just killing it.
Like Last House on the Left. I love that movie, brother. Yeah. I haven't watched it in years. Chainsaw, obviously. Chainsaw Massacre. What else, man? I'll spit on your grave.
The original Exorcist, obviously.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Man, there's some good
quite
stuff.
Quite a few. I mean, there's a lot. The late 70s stuff was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was in that because the 80s came back hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously. You know, Nightmare, you know, Friday. I think Friday 13th was 80. Alien, yeah. Once again, I couldn't get into it, but a lot of people did.
Yes.
Very popular franchise.
Impact.
Very, very big pop. Yes. Let's see, man. What's some other ones? Well, you know, Mike, I'll be honest with you, brother. We're actually about an hour in. Well, we're about 50-some minutes in.
Yeah.
Might be a good time to,
absolutely.
kind of transition.
Yeah.
I knew, brother.
Well, I tell you what, another Carpenter film, I know you've seen it, and I absolutely love it, is They Live.
Dude, how can we not talk about They Live?
Yeah.
I mean, the best documentary ever made. Right next to Red Dawn.
And starring, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Roddy Piper.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And it actually has...
and it's a good movie with Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Of course, I liked Frogtown, to be honest with you, dude. It was one, it was definitely one of those empty calorie movies.
But that's another...
Hell Comes to Frogtown, yeah.
No. That's another paranoia movie.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And without a doubt, the greatest...
Dealing with aliens.
With aliens, right. And without a doubt, the best fight scene in movie history with Carl Weathers... not Carl Weathers. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm thinking Rocky, damn it, man. Jesus Christ.
You're thinking Rocky and Predator all at the same time.
All at the same time, man. Yeah, darn it.
No, Keith David.
That's right.
Who was Childs in The Thing.
Was that it? Was that the same actor?
Yes.
Really? I got to go back, man. I haven't watched They Live in forever. I could have swore that was Carl Weathers. Like I said, I'm thinking Rocky and everything. But
Rocky and Predator, and you mixed it all together.
Yeah, I put it all together, man. Yeah. Dude, but that is what I remember most from that movie, other than it's being an awesome movie and that paranoia, was the fight scene, dude. Yeah. I mean, that movie, it seems like that scene lasted for like...
Just trying to convince him, hey.
There's something going on here. Try these glasses on, dude.
Try these damn glasses on, dude.
That's all he wanted, man.
Nope.
No way, man. It's going to be... But even Roddy Piper's character, dude, he played Roddy Piper pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was, that was him.
Yeah.
Great movie, man.
Yes.
So what are some other ones with Carpenter that were really... Like I said, man, I'm glad you brought up Prince of Darkness. I think I'm going to go back and rewatch that movie.
For sure.
Because that was...
definitely. I'm
trying to think there's any current movies out. Any horror movies. Dude, I haven't really gotten into it.
We were talking earlier about a lot of the Halloween movies.
Yeah. Just on the way over here.
Was our favorite from the series, and we were talking some about, the 2018 one that came out that wiped out, all
Halloween 2 on.
Yeah, it wiped out everything, and it's I hate that.
I do too.
I really do.
I do too.
Even down to the fact that this is history. Don't wipe it out.
Yeah.
Try to build on it or try to go with it, do something with it. Just don't wipe it out. I mean, even the part where Busta Rhymes beats the hell out of Michael Myers with some kung fu. Don't wipe it out.
Yeah,
it happened.
It happened, dude.
It happened. Own up to it.
And brother, I was in the theater for that. I went to the theater, and I'm not even going. Dude, I like Busta Rhymes, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan. Brother, I dug it, man.
Really?
I mean, yeah, well, we're in the theater, too. Now, keep that in mind. There's a different vibe in the theater. There really is.
I'm sure there was a different vibe altogether that night.
Well, I may or may not have been partaking on the way to the theater, which, didn't hurt.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't hurt that movie. I actually kind of liked that concept, though. I kind of liked the whole in real time.
I thought it was a good concept, poorly executed.
Maybe not the best.
No, absolutely not. It was not.
But I did like the concept of it. Dude, I wasn't a fan of the 2018 Halloween, to be completely honest with you. I really was not a fan of it. I thought it started strong.
Did it need to be? That's one of the things.
Yeah, man.
But it happened.
It did
happen. That's the thing. It happened. Did Halloween Resurrection with most Robbins, did it need to happen? No.
But it did.
But it did.
I just didn't like the movie, the way it ended. Some of the stuff in that movie,
Yeah.
I was just like, come on, man. Really? It just... You basically took... I know you said Halloween 2 is your favorite.
Yes.
And I love
the original, in the hospital.
Yeah, the original Halloween 2.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, man. That's my second favorite. I like the first one better. I like 1 and 2. See, I consider 1 and 2 to be basically one movie.
One movie, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is like, if you must erase history, why not erase it after Halloween 2? And I don't like that anyway.
I love 4.
I did too.
I love 4.
Dude, I know we've talked about Halloween 3 before. And I know obviously it goes outside the Michael Myers story. I thought 3, dude, that's on my Halloween watch list every year.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched it yet,
Absolutely.
but it will be watched at some point.
Yep.
I love 3.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3 are probably my favorite, and I like 4 too.
Yeah.
5 started getting a little hokey.
Yeah, wasn't a big fan of 5. I love 6.
6 was good, man. I like 6. And I really need to go back because sometimes I do get them a little...
And then you go to the H2O that wipes out everything.
Again, yeah, the first time it wipes it out.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't...
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right.
I like LL Cool J in that.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, you got
a great character in that.
Yeah. That one was pretty well done. But all in all, yeah, man, those first 2 were great. One movie, but I'm just not a big fan of the whole... I don't like reboots that much anyway. Mm-hmm. I really don't. But I really don't like when you reboot something after a certain level, like they just did with Terminator. We were talking about that. Terminator 3 has been... And I know Terminator 3 is not I like Terminator 3. I really did. I know a lot of people don't.
Right.
But once again, it happened.
It happened.
You got to roll with it. And man, they try so many different and I know this isn't a Terminator show. Mm-hmm. But man, the first Terminator could be considered.
It's kind of scary.
It had its scary moments, brother.
For sure.
And it definitely, man, I mean, it was definitely more of an action movie, but brother, it had horror elements.
Yeah.
Like when he cuts his arm open and cuts stuff. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll be back. I mean, come on, man. That was scary back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. Do you think it's about time to take that break?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and run that.
And we're actually going to be trying a little bit of a different format, Mike.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of times we like to talk about professional wrestling. That's our big love. That's, the one thing that we always kind of circle back around to.
Right.
And we decided, man, usually we do that at the beginning of the show.
Right.
And we're like, you know what, let's maybe bring our subject matter in the beginning. That way, because, man, people out there may not want to listen to wrestling shows.
Right.
Or they may only want to listen to the wrestling show.
Exactly.
So we figure what we'll do is we'll start doing the podcast and have our main subject, talk a little bit about what we did through the week, kind of, chew the fat a little bit like we did. So what we're going to do after this break, we're going to come back and we're going to actually go over what happened in the week of wrestling.
Yes.
So if you like the horror movie stuff, unfortunately we're done with that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But what we're going to go into, hopefully you'll enjoy as well, man. And that's going to be what happened this week in professional wrestling. And Mike, before we go into that, obviously we have a song lined up.
Yes.
It's our last show of the Halloween season. God, it went by quick.
It did. Too quick.
God, man, I love this season, and it just seems to fly by.
Yeah.
Because not only do I like the Halloween season, obviously I'm more of a Christmas guy, but I love Halloween as well.
Yeah.
Because I also know it's going to start getting cold, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another thing.
These mornings have been really chilly.
Yeah, it's been kind of cold, man. This morning was good.
No, yeah.
This morning was great.
Yeah, it was definitely comfortable.
But, brother, I know, man, my old broken bones are going to start yelling at me. It's going to be harder getting out of bed. It's going to be dark at 4 o'clock. I hate that. Dude, let's talk about the real horror. Daylight savings time's coming back. Not this week, but next week.
Part of me likes that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate it, man.
Really?
I hate it. Dude, I don't mind it going back to the fall back, but I hate it when it goes to the spring ahead.
All right.
When you got basically get up an hour earlier. But see, dude, I get up so early anyway.
That's true.
God, I'm going to be up at like 4 now.
Right.
And I hate it.
That's true.
I wish that's the real horror.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mike, this month we actually did something that we've never done before, and we spotlighted one artist.
Yes.
And that's Antler Hill.
Yes.
From Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Carolina boys.
Oh, yeah.
Carolina bands, not just, but it's a husband and wife team.
Yes.
And, I reached out to Neil. Neil's like, yeah, you can play this whenever. And the reason that we wanted to play Antler Hill, Mike, is because they definitely have
spooky tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have themes in their songs. They have I've said it in past episodes, and I want to say it again, Mike. They have just the perfect package.
Yes.
It's creepy. It's kind of got that theatrical side like an Alice Cooper would have.
Right.
Or even maybe a Kiss to a certain degree. You know, obviously it's in a different way.
Yes.
But it does have that theatrics to it.
Yeah.
It has that certain theme, and that theme is creepy. And it's like creepy Carolina. Well, the name of their album is Carolina Lore.
Yeah.
The latest album.
Right.
I have Shadow Falls and I have Carolina Lore. Both of these albums are, man, every song on it's a hit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Every song is tremendous. And what we were able to do was actually showcase them this month for Halloween.
Yeah.
And kind of do something special for those guys. And they let us do that as well. And that really elevated this show.
Yes.
And Mike, I think the best way to kick or to end the holiday or the Halloween season is to play their song on Halloween.
Right.
Remix.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the original version, and I need to go back and dig that out. But I got the remix version off their latest album, Carolina Lore. I really want to promote their new stuff here.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go back and listen to all their stuff. It's all great.
Yeah.
But once again, Mike, in my opinion, and people share this music, please. We will be posting the video up on our Facebook channel, our Facebook page, excuse me. And we'll have a link in the description to this song. Please share this, man. This song, what we're about to play, should be a Halloween classic.
Yes.
This song should be everywhere. This should be on your Halloween playlist. Yeah. And if it's not, in fact, I reached out to Kara Hayes,
Right.
co-host of The Good News.
Yes.
And she's loving it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you will love this music, Kara. And sure enough, man, she got turned on to it. And she's hooked. She's like, oh, my God, this is great. And I'm like, yeah, listen to your boy. I'm just saying. Just like all y'all need to do. I ain't going to lie to you. Not when it comes to music, brother. That and wrestling have always been my two biggest passions. But anyway, man, without any further hesitation, the name of the band is Antler Hill. The name of the album is Carolina Lore. And the name of the song is On Halloween. And you heard it right here on the PUDcast. Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we're going to be talking about This Week in Wrestling.
The request lines are now open. KGFJ Soul Radio.
Do it now, man.
Request lines are now.
It's open, man.
Every year when the barrier between the living and the dead is at its thinnest, black cats, witch hats, spells in the air, you can try to pray for forgiveness. Long-legged spiders creeping up beside us, spinning a deadly web. Haunted forest, don't ignore us, you better watch your step.
From the wolf's bane to the deadly night fade.
Respect the dead, with the monster under your bed. Apparitions in the fog, better run for your life or you're gonna get caught. Don't talk to strangers or else you're gonna be in danger. These things are not what they seem on All Hallows Eve. Dead leaves falling, darkness calling, whispering in your ear. Sirens singing while they're bringing everything that you fear. Like long-legged spiders creeping up beside us, spinning a deadly web. Haunted forest, don't ignore us, you better watch your step.
From the wolf's bane to the deadly night fade.
Respect the dead, with the monster under your bed. Apparitions in the fog, better run for your life or you're gonna get caught. Don't talk to strangers or else you're gonna be in danger. These things are not what they seem on All Hallows Eve. Skeleton bones right now. Skeleton bones. Skeleton bones right now. Skeleton bones. You hear that right in the middle of the night. Skeleton bone fingers will hold you tight. You hear that right in the middle of the night. Skeleton bone fingers are gonna hold you tight.
From the wolf's bane to the deadly night fade.
respect the dead. With the monster under your bed. Apparitions in the fog, better run for your life or you're gonna get caught. Don't talk to strangers or else you're gonna be in danger. These things are not what they seem on All Hallows Eve.
Hey guys, this is Wayne Sisk appearing at the PUDcast with Mike and Jason. Please give us a listen. We need it.
All right, Puds, we're back. Once again, that was Antler Hill. The name of the song was on Halloween, and that was off the Carolina Lore album, Mikey Brother. To me, that's a Halloween classic, brother.
Yes.
Please share this music. Please share this band. Help get the word out. I was even telling Karen, I know Karen told some of the people down in Rock Hill, the people that do Long Walk Productions and This Is Work and all those guys, man, kind of got that word spread. In fact, David Hensley is a filmmaker as well. He produces a couple podcasts. He also does some films. And I was like, hey, you should reach out to Neil.
Right there, Adam.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're right there, in the same state.
Yep.
And
they've actually won some awards for their scores on different films.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's an award-winning composer. So, hey, man, you use the local talent you have. Spread the word. Once again, man, I love all their music. There's something I really liked about this, and that's why I wanted to hold off. Because I wanted to play this a few weeks ago. I was like, well, let's just play them all month.
Exactly, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we got to figure out who we're going to play next week. We got to get back on our rotation here. I have no idea. Mike Sherrill.
November might be October, too.
We may just keep it Antler Hill, man. No, I tell you, brother, I'm still obviously listening to WTAU with Papa Jack. Mike Sherrill was on the show a while back. Got to get him back on here. We got to get a lot of people back on here. We got to get our guest list back. I know Double D, Dustin Destiny reached out. We were supposed to get him on before our hiatus.
Yes.
But we got to ease into Double D, man. Double D's he's a little intense sometimes, brother.
Oh, yeah.
We may have to start with Wayne.
Yeah.
kind of laid back, and because Double D, brother.
Coin and Dustin's just going to come in here.
Dustin raises hell, man.
Yeah.
In fact, we ought to even maybe reach out to him. We're just I'm just thinking out loud here, man. We might even reach out to him and just say, hey, man, record something for us.
Yeah.
Just bitch about something.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't want to get too political on the show, and that might get political. I don't know.
A little bit.
But we do got to get him on here, man. I do want to talk about some of our old party days back when we were in the MWF, back when we were doing wrestling, active wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is a good segue.
There you go. Active wrestling. Into
this week's weekly wrestling report. We got to figure out a name for this segment, man. Because, Mike, we talk about
wrestling roundup.
I love
or wrap up or
weekly wrestling wrap up.
WWW.
Okay, we can do it, man.
Yeah,
we can do that.
All right.
The Puds present the weekly wrestling recap wrap up.
Yeah,
I might have to write that down.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, I'm still not watching WWE, bro.
I know. I know.
I know. I want to make
let's start off with Sunday.
Okay.
TNA, Impact,
Big
Bound
news.
for Glory.
Big news.
Whoa.
Big news. I didn't watch it, but I did read it.
Yeah.
I do know what happens. Go ahead, Mike, because I know you're a bigger,
Yeah. Two things. And if I'm missing something, let me know.
All right.
But out of this whole thing, two big things happen. Joey Ryan, obviously, showing up at TNA. That's huge.
Yeah,
that's huge for them.
It is. Joey Ryan has a name, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's known. Yeah,
he's one of the top indie guys.
Absolutely.
That's not signed to one of the companies.
Right. To the AEW or WWE. Right. Or next. Right. Or
right. And the other is Kylie Ray.
See, now I haven't even heard that. Yeah, I only heard about Joey Ryan. I don't follow.
It's been an interesting week as far as the Callie Ray situation.
Right. No, tell maybe some of the people out here who this is.
Okay, Smiley Callie Ray.
Right.
We talked about her, how much we actually liked her
Yeah.
a lot in AEW.
Right. That brief stint in AEW.
And what Bailey should have been.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I didn't even know she was there. Yeah, like I said, I haven't caught that.
Apparently, she was let go from AEW because of an injury.
Right.
An injury that had been reported that was career ending.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she shows up in TNA.
Makes you wonder what's really going on here.
What's really happening.
Right.
Okay, so there were initial reports this week, and this was just something that was thrown out there, never confirmed.
Right.
That there was an incident that happened between Chris Jericho and Callie Ray.
Oh, really? This is news to me, brother. Okay.
Like I said, it was unconfirmed.
Right.
It was
It's
just
rumor.
thrown out there as part of this. Was that allegedly Chris Jericho had asked Callie Ray up to his room.
Okay.
I
think I see
with the
where-
intention that a lot of other people would be there.
Right.
It was just him.
Okay.
Made a pass at her. Nothing physical or anything. But
Took
made
a-
the intention.
Yeah, took a shot.
Yeah.
Right.
And she freaked out and left.
Okay.
And left AEW altogether.
Really?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Right.
That was unconfirmed by anybody. And as to right now, nothing else has been said about it or come of it.
Right. So, but it wasn't a physical.
Right.
I mean, I'm not excusing.
Yeah.
Mike, that gets in weird territory.
It does.
Because I too have made passes with women and gotten shot down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you stop. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
Yeah.
once you once are like, no, I'm not into
Right.
it. Well, then you stop.
Yeah.
You know. And I guess my question is, if it was enough to make her leave,
Right.
if this is what
Right.
happened,
Yeah, exactly.
obviously we don't
Yeah.
know this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just putting it
Yeah.
out there. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know her personality. You know, everybody's different. Everybody
Mhm.
takes things differently. To me, it sounds like it had to be more than just that.
Right.
You know, to make somebody, cause I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, so obviously she's had men make passes at her. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously. I mean, how can
Yeah.
you not?
Right.
But if he was just like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
my bad, or whatever, had to
Yeah,
take a shot,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
That was always my comeback. Well, hey, I had to try. You know,
Right,
that was
right.
always my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
You know. But for somebody to actually get up and leave a good paying company,
Right.
that's already the second biggest promotion,
Yeah.
next to WWE. I don't know, man. That sounds fishy, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit.
it sure does. I hope not, because I am a fan of Jericho, and I would really hate
for
to
sure.
have that image of
but
him.
it could have been one of those deals where it made her uncomfortable, and it would be awkward and uncomfortable from then on, and she just decided to take her leave.
The only thing about that, and obviously I'm not a woman, I don't know what it's like to be in that kind of situation, obviously. Now I've had passes at me by women that I was not attracted to, and I'm like, hey, get off me. I mean, literally that's
Get
happened to
off
me too.
Get off me.
Yeah, get off me, woman. You ain't getting none today. But
Chase the finger at P.O.
yeah,
Box.
for real. I hadn't had to do that in a while. I don't know if I should put $1 in for that or not. But to me, man, I mean, I think if he didn't do anything, if he dropped it like a gentleman should, then I mean, that's like, come on. I mean, be an adult about it.
Yeah.
But now if he pushed it, kept going, or maybe said some stuff that
had a little too much of the bubbly.
Bubbly, brother. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, if there is a sexual assault type situation going on, then yeah, man, he should pay for that.
Yeah.
He should definitely be held accountable. If she's,
I don't think that's the case.
You would think that she would have actually complained, made an actual honest to God complaint.
Yeah.
And once again, Mike, this is all rumor anyway, dude. This is the first time I'm even hearing of this. So
that's exactly right.
I'm just hoping that he didn't do anything to drive her out.
It's part of a weird situation. Of a weirder situation, because you've got Callie Ray just boom, showing up in TNA, signed,
right,
which is just definitely weird from what we were initially told.
by her injury.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now here she is.
Yeah, she wouldn't be wrestling ever again.
And bam.
It's kind of a strange thing.
Yeah, the whole situation sounds kind of strange, but it's good to at least see TNA in the news again.
I
You know,
right?
obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
well, you know, my news for TNA was Joey Ryan. You know,
Yeah.
and I heard that I was like, hey, good for him.
Yeah.
I think they're letting him keep the gimmick. If I'm not,
Is that what you meant by two big things?
stop.
Happening Pound for Glory.
Oh my God, more like pound for glory.
Oh,
hey,
nice.
hey, you like that?
Very
you like
nice.
that? Yeah.
All right, let's go to.
But I'm not a fan of Joey Ryan, brother.
I am.
You know,
I think this only can only do favors for TNA.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, it got my attention.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first time anything in Impact. And like I said, I wasn't even aware of Kylie Ray. That somehow or another flew under my radar.
Right.
The thing about Joey Ryan, man, and I've said it on this show before, and I'm gonna vent. Maybe not vent, but I have said in the past, I see why you would do gimmicks like this to get over, to make yourself stand out. But you know, Mike, at the same time, he's coming from this generation of like Adam Page, of MJF, you know, all these other guys, man, who don't need, in my opinion, I consider it cheap heat. And I've always been a fan of cheap heat, bro. I'd say take it if you can get it. There ain't, I mean, hey, man, I like cheap stuff at Walmart. You know, I'm not going to go buy more for or pay more for a shirt when I can get a cheap one just as good at Walmart. You know, it's a cheap heat's whatever.
Fair enough.
But I just think, man, that it's a little. I look at somebody like an Adam Page, for instance, who I'm a huge fan of, man, MJF, and they can do all this without sticking lollipops in people's butts, man, is all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair
I mean,
enough.
it's like.
But I think the audience for that is definitely there.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, man.
I hate to fast forward and bounce back like this. Let's go up to AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
And we won't go into the full thing right now.
Right.
But like Orange Cassidy.
I'm not a fan.
I love Orange Cassidy.
I'm just not a fan.
And everybody is.
Yeah,
you listen to
he's
that
over.
crowd and
He's over.
see the reaction that he got against
with the Young Bucks and the
Bucks.
best friends. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, when he puts his hands in his pockets and jumps off the rope, it's different.
Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah.
It's not.
And when he does the sloth kick and stuff like that, people are into it.
Even Shivani
love it.
Even Shivani and Ross, you could tell, are just hating it, man. They sound like they're like me. They're old surly old men who have a certain Jim Cornette type attitudes, and I'm with that. There is a market for it.
Yeah,
he's over.
Yes,
I mean, I can't deny that.
It's entertaining.
It
is.
To me, I'm a little like, come on, man. But you are.
Yeah.
Once again, man, we represent two different kind of wrestling fans, but we all can agree that AEW does at least give everybody that option.
Absolutely.
I'll give them that much,
That's
brother.
right.
But not me personally. If Orange Cassidy never showed up, dude, I'll be honest with you. You remember at the pay-per-view when the lights went out and he came back on and it was Orange Cassidy in the ring?
Yeah.
I literally said out loud, and I'm going to go ahead and put $2 in for this one.
Here we go.
And I literally said out loud by myself, not even having anybody around me, I was like, fucking pockets. Really? Fucking pockets. And I'm only going to do 2 for that one. But that was my literal, I'm like, all that? They turned the lights out for that, dude?
Oh,
pockets.
I loved it.
You remember that?
I loved it.
Do you remember
and
that?
everybody else there loved it.
I was at home like, really? I thought it was going to be somebody good, dude.
Yeah.
And it was Pockets. I mean, I call him Pockets after Jim Cornette, but let me put my
It's
$2.
Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed.
Well, I call him my little dog's Pockets. Is what I call him.
All right, let's go to something that's not so much entertaining.
Well, I tell you what, man. Before we do that, speaking of not entertaining, anything more in TNA that we want to?
That was about it.
That was it. Okay.
That was big. That was big.
It was.
Them,
it was. It really
sure.
was. It was.
But,
agreed.
Yeah,
100% agreed.
Definitely, if you want to check out Bound for Glory, check it out.
And once again, man, we don't know about the Jericho situation.
Right.
Just to put that back out
Yeah.
there, man. We're just throwing our opinions and stuff like that. But yeah,
because it's a weird situation.
Yes, it is.
Let's go over to WWE.
God, no,
Not entertaining.
Was it not entertaining?
No.
Really? But the E stands for entertainment.
Hey, these are top professional wrestlers at their game.
Dude, they are. I mean, they are good, brother. I mean, come on now. We all agree that these are good athletes. These are great wrestlers.
Not entertaining.
But they're not entertaining. I mean, they could be. Speaking of good entertainers that are not given their chance to be entertaining in WWE, did you watch Ryback TV this week?
I did not.
Dude, I'm a fan, brother. I did. Yes, I actually watched a couple segments this week. Once again, I know he hurt people, whatever.
Right.
I kind of downplay the hurting people. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
But dude, this guy has it.
Yeah.
He just wasn't ever given the reason or a light to shine. You
Yeah.
know, he was just not given that. But WWE, man, what did I quote unquote miss this week?
More of the same.
Just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
Then anything remotely cool? Is there anything that I should even consider watching? I mean, I like The Fiend. I like that gimmick.
Yeah.
I've watched the Firefly Funhouse on YouTube. I liked it.
They've tried to save it from what they initially just killed.
Only after a couple months too, brother. It's like there's no
and
consistency.
then you've got Seth Rollins going on social media.
I saw that.
You're taking
Calling
shots at the minor
leagues,
calling AEW the minor leagues. And you got.
Do you hear what JR said?
Can't do that.
JR had the greatest response. I can't remember everything JR said, but the best part of JR's responses was, maybe one day he'll be as over as his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. I like Seth Rollins, man.
Yeah.
I think Seth Rollins is a tremendous professional. I always have been, man. I was a fan of him. But he's and he could be over.
It'd be great if he did this as a heel.
Right. There you go.
If he were talking that stuff as a heel.
Right.
If he were talking about how much money he makes in WWE
right.
as a heel.
Right. But he's
as their face of that company.
The banner carrier. Done, man. It's dumb. And I think
and they've got great talent there too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
I mean, absolutely. A lot of the younger guys, Kevin Owens still,
Kofi Kingston, who got squashed by Brock Lesnar a few weeks back, in like 5 seconds. I mean, what the hell are they thinking, man?
You know what? They're thinking, hey, we're going to run with Cain Velasquez.
Oh, God.
This is terrible.
I know.
It's a joke.
It is a joke.
Well, see, he did the beat up spot against Shelton Benjamin, who was bullying Rey Mysterio Jr. Now, how does this look? Okay, you got Shelton Benjamin bullying Rey Mysterio, which I'm sure they've had great classic matches.
Sure,
but it makes Rey look just terrible.
Dude, like
because he's wrestled and fought against these huge guys,
right? And
now he
won.
needs, and now he needs
help.
He needs Cain Velasquez. Hey man, this guy's bullying me.
After he beat the Big Show, he's beat the Big Show, brother. He's been the champion, but now he needs a MMA fighter to come in to beat up Shelton Benjamin
terribly, and it looked god awful.
And here's the thing, man: Shelton Benjamin, who is a tremendous wrestler, who never got the push he should have gotten, man, he could have been the face of the company, man, given the right circumstances. But given how he's been poorly booked over the years and how creatives killed him, that even makes Ray look worse.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It is.
Dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dumb. WWE stands for dumb.
It spells dumb.
It spells dumb. WWE, just like the guy from
M-O-O-N.
the stand. Dumb. WWE. And what kills me, Mike, is there are some rabid fanboys out there for WWE. Yeah. I read the message boards. I read
diehards.
And I'm just like, and that's cool, man.
Yeah.
If you like it, watch it.
That's your company. That's your brand.
And it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But don't sit here and say, yeah, WWE. Or dude, I actually saw a guy say that AEW had too much wrestling in it. Honest to God, brother, that's my hand to God. The guy's like, yeah, man, they're not going to make it because it's got too much wrestling in it. It's not mainstream. And I'm like, dude, call me. Go ahead.
I mean, obviously, AEW crowds are their crowds.
Yes.
But they're killing those crowds,
I know, man.
They're killing it with those crowds.
Dude.
They're just into everything.
Every single spot, man. I mean, I know we're going to talk about the show a little bit more in depth, but that main event, dude, you had a time limit draw. Obviously, it got a lot of heat, but they were on their feet.
Yes.
When that countdown started,
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a
who's done that? Who's done
exactly. Decades.
Yeah.
Decades. Now, granted, it was heat,
I'll go back to this, and I was thinking about this earlier in the week. To last week's show when Moxley and Pac.
I think it's Pac.
No, it's Pac.
You sure it's Pac?
Yeah.
I thought it was Pac.
No, it's Pac.
Pac.
Because I made that mistake earlier and was watching the show and they corrected it.
And it was Pac.
It's Pac.
I thought it was Pac.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always think of Six-Pac because he's so cut.
Well, see, I think of X-Pac.
Pac, see, that was the whole thing with X-Pac. It's like Tupac.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's
and
just derivative from there.
Right. Too many
But,
Packs and Pox, man. I don't like his name, dude. I really
I don't either. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it is what
It is what it is. I like him as a performer, though.
Yes. When they had that tag match with Moxley and Pac, and
Pac.
and Moxley brought out the barbed wire stuff, and
the the
Pac took it away.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get disqualified.
Because why?
Because it had been a loss.
And the
losses matter.
Yes, and they even put that at the bottom of the screen.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that aspect, dude.
Yeah.
My only concern,
we're going to be kissing ass on AEW. There's no doubt about what we're doing right now.
If you're a WWE fanboy listening right now, this is not for you. It just isn't, man.
Yeah.
And good for you. I'm glad you have your option.
Yeah.
But be glad that I have my option too. That's my thing with some of these people online. It's like, oh, they're going out of business. They're going to fail, this and that. I'm like, dude, for one, WWE is not going anywhere, man. They're too big. They're a publicly owned company.
Yeah.
They are the NFL. Yeah. They really are. That's cool, man. Watch your thing. But don't get on me or try to call me a mark or this or a smark or whatever.
Right.
Because I finally have an option.
Yeah.
I got two options now, which is even better. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit as well. But yeah, man, WWE, I don't know, dude. Nothing. Even David Hayes, who does This Is Work down in South Carolina, we were just talking about them, Laura. The guy put those guys over. I was talking to him about a week or so ago. I was like, dude, is there any reason for me to even try to watch WWE? He was like, no. And he's a fan.
Yeah.
Now, he's not a fanboy. Yeah. I mean, he's not, one of those just, we'll like whatever they put out. He's a,
right.
He has taste in his wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not just going to eat it for the hell of it. But he was like, nah. There's really no reason. Yeah. And so that'll tell you right there.
But I have to watch it just because I have to keep up with it.
Right.
Just to know what's going on. And there's not a whole lot going on.
No, that's what I'm saying, really, brother. I can't watch it, man.
They push Crown Jewel. They push that to the sky. It's like, my gosh, all right, okay, whatever. But let's go to Tuesday night.
Okay. 6:05.
6:05.
All right, brother. My show.
Yes. I've got some questions about this show.
I got a couple things to say about it as well, Mike. First and foremost, let me just say before we get started, still probably my favorite show of the week. Honestly, I loved AEW, brother. AEW was phenomenal. I still love that studio wrestling. I love that old school feel.
The place looks great.
Yes, it does.
They may have to do something about, Santa in the front row dressed the same every.
Well, I think they do multiple.
Show.
I think they do multiple tapings.
Yes, they do.
So maybe tell people to change their
or change places or change places in the in the seats.
They could maybe do that. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea, man. Yeah, keep it front row. Right. Just sit here instead of here.
Looks like you've got a weekly show and one you've obviously done,
right.
All in one swoop in one day.
But now, man, to devil advocate that, remember Hat Guy from ECW? Mm-hmm. He wore about the same thing every time.
That's true.
That's true. So, but I dig what you're saying, man. I do dig what you're saying. He was
also in a different spot.
That's true. True that. And the people around him also were. True that.
Let's see. Okay. The opening. I love the opening.
Yeah. Are you talking about the theme song?
Yes.
Oh, Docking, bro. Into the Fire, man. Yeah.
But I also think it needs to be shorter.
I think they could cut out that one part, where it kind of has a little breakdown in it. Yeah, I think they could maybe cut that out. Yeah.
I think it would be a great video. Mm-hmm. And whoever put it together, together a great video package for that. I think it'd be a great video.
Right.
But it definitely needs to be chopped down to like 30 seconds.
Kind of like the outro.
Yeah.
The outro's, I think, it's about perfect, man. Because, I know there is that one little break, which I love that song, man. I've always liked it.
Looks great as a video. And if you want to recap it at the end or to push something else.
Absolutely.
Use that.
Sure.
But at the very beginning, it's a long open.
Yeah, I give you that.
Long open.
I will. But I do love it. I do love the song. But, I can dig it. Yeah, I dig your point on that, brother.
Because once it slows down, it's kind of like,
okay.
But if you came in,
into the fire,
and boom,
done. And I said I was going to quit singing. I ought to put $1 in for every time I try to sing.
There was some good stuff there.
Hey, man,
the first women's match.
Well, didn't Aaron Stevens come out first?
No, he came out later.
Oh, okay.
The first women's match, Marty Bell and Crystal Rose.
Yes, yeah.
Crystal Rose is from Skid Row. Skid Row's still a thing?
I think it is actually. Yeah. Actually, I watched a little documentary on it a few months ago. It's actually not only is it a real thing, Mikey. It's a very serious issue. It really is, man. So I'm just.
It wasn't a good match.
I didn't think so.
It was not a good match.
It was a little sloppy, brother.
It might have something to do with Skid Row, but whatever.
It definitely left skid marks in the ring.
It was tough.
It wasn't a good match, man. No. It was definitely a forgettable match. Probably my least favorite match in NWA as of date.
Yeah.
But you can also tell they're new, man. I mean, or it appears it definitely look like they're new.
Yeah. A little too much, and I'll say this for a lot of the stuff, except for the guys that've been around a long time, which you could tell they're in the main event.
Right.
A little too much pandering to the camera.
Yeah, there was
for sure.
Yeah. I think they're still getting used to that, because they're used to the indie scene and everything. But not the best. It could have been a lot shorter too, brother. I think if they'd have cut about maybe 3 or 4 minutes off, it would have.
Yeah.
Made it about a 3 or 4 minute match, which would have been.
You've got a good hot crowd there.
Yes, sir.
They're into it.
Oh, they're yeah, man, absolutely. And I think that crowd, and just like myself, I'll give you a little bit more leeway giving the company and giving what you're doing, but still to be objective.
Right.
Yeah. Not the best. Not probably the best way to open a match or a show either.
No,
but
not on that one, definitely. Of course, Aaron Stevens comes out
as a pirate.
Yeah.
They're calling him Captain Morgan, dude.
When then he started doing, oh yeah, he gets it.
He gets it, brother.
He gets it.
No eye contact.
Yeah.
And I was wanting to pick
that part.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I want to pick on David Hayes again because he kind of reminds me. I could see David Hayes doing that same gimmick.
Yeah.
Coming out dressed like a pirate because he does theater and everything for Shakespeare. And I was like, hey, that looks like David Hayes. But he gets it, and that's definitely a compliment. I was even about to test him. Hey, man, I saw you on NWA. But dude, no, man, I love the gimmick. They even show the clip for the movie, and I think that's actually a real movie. I mean, it looked hokey as hell.
Oh, that couldn't be.
I don't know, bro. Who knows?
I think that might have just been stock footage.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Another question,
dude. I thought Tony Fox was real. I'm a mark.
All right, let's talk about this.
Let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room here. Let's
The Austin Auto commercial.
10 out of 10.
Hilarious.
10 out of 10.
Incredible.
10 out of 10.
Fox. Waffles and tire irons.
Which I thought was real, man. I'm such a mark, dude. I'm still a mark.
But it's good enough.
It's great.
Yes.
But it's on that
be a thing.
But it's really on that line.
Yeah.
It
was great.
It was great.
I liked it.
10 out of 10, but oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. This next one. What was it?
That invisible hair. Okay, man, here's my thing. Well, there was 2 in this show. There was the invisible hair cream that made you look bald, which I got some and it's working, brother. It works a little bit better every day. I mean, at least in the back here. It worked pretty good for you, brother. I've noticed.
Yeah.
It does work.
I've been using it for years.
I'm just now starting it, man. Dude, okay.
Christo turned me on to it.
Yeah, Christo been using it since the 90s. But yeah, man.
I'm laughing at my own pain.
Me too. I'm like, I'm going bald, Mike. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going bald. Yeah. But nah, dude, I thought that one was a little over the edge.
What are we looking at here?
I couldn't.
This one went just way out, way out. Was it a German woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who she was. I mean, it was
shaved head.
Yeah.
And
then saying she put on some invisible hair cream, and it made it invisible. I don't, dude. Here's my thing. I'm with you. Tony Fox is great.
Yeah.
Austin Idol's great.
Yes.
And Austin Idol's real. That's an actual real thing. And then they did the psychic one.
Yeah.
A little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same woman.
Same woman. Same weird stuff. Okay. Here's my thing. NWA, I know you got, and I'm actually gonna put this on Twitter. Sometimes they actually respond to me on Twitter. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's the first time I actually had somebody respond to me on Twitter.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, man. I was like, cool. But here's what I suggest: maybe only keep it to one weird commercial per show, and maybe use that other spot to promote one of your talents.
All right.
That invisible hair thing could have been. It could have been Tim Storm. It could have been a. Eli Drake,
Caleb Conley,
who we're about to talk about here in just a few moments. Yeah, dude, I think it's wasted time. And it was a short show on top of that.
It was. It felt very, very short.
It was. It was a little shorter than usual. It was under an hour.
Yeah.
But once again, dude.
You can push the shows coming up.
Yeah, man. Exactly. I mean, they're doing that a little bit, but do it more. I mean, you can do a vignette in that spot. I mean, I like the Chiefs.
Have Billy Corgan talk.
Dude, I would love to hear a weekly update from the president. Or a monthly one.
Yeah.
You know, dude, I would love to see Billy Corgan on.
I hope he talks better than Jack Tunney, though.
Oh, he's got to, man. I mean, how can he not? Once again, dude, not a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, but the man knows how to work a crowd. Yeah. You know, because they have their fans, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't be who he is and not.
Is Billy at all these shows?
I don't know. But I also understand why he's not on there, too. Because when he does, because he will show up. He will be on there. And when it does, it will be big.
Yeah.
But you could do something else in that time. So that was my biggest complaint. It's like,
this is weird.
Yeah, but a match. Yeah. Do a match. Do a squash.
This is just out there weird.
Yeah, and it wasn't funny weird. No. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if Billy Corgan did a lot of acid in the 90s like a lot of people did.
I don't know who's writing it.
I don't know either. But somebody's approving it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see how Jim Cornette lets it go. Cornette ought to get up and slap some of that racket. Yeah. But all in all, man, it was a great show. And we'll talk a little bit more about the show in depth here. You know, in fact, you just brought up Caleb. Dude. Local guy, man. He's from around these parts, dude. You know,
I don't know why he hasn't been signed by one of the other companies.
No, I don't need. Well,
but I mean, it's great that he's
I'm glad he's in. Yeah.
Pro, NWA Pro. Or NWA Power, sorry.
And you know, he did a job match, you know, to Eli Drake. And which was a phenomenal match, man. That match was the best match of that night.
Yes.
By far. And it was good to see Caleb get over. Start getting a little bit of a push here. Even cooler that he's from the area.
Yes.
I actually got to meet Caleb a couple times. So very briefly, you know. But yeah, man, I actually got to him and our friend Zane Riley. Who was another huge. I'm waiting for him to show up on the NWA.
Oh, I know.
I think he might, man, because Zane has it.
Yeah.
He always has, man.
Jake Manning.
Jake Manning's another one, the Man Scout. You know, those guys, dude, on the local scene are legendary. Yeah. And they should be because they get it.
Yes.
Caleb and Zane put over the world. Dude, did you ever watch those?
Oh, yeah.
I was actually in one time. That was pretty cool. I got to have a little cameo. Didn't get to talk or nothing. They were smart enough to not let me speak. Once again, brother, they get it.
Hey, yeah.
But yeah, dude,
they're
that's
lost
really cool.
now.
Hey, man, just saying. But nah, dude, this match, and I don't know who he wrestled. I didn't. It was a guy I hadn't heard of before. It was a rookie, I'm assuming. You know.
Yeah. Dan Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, this kid's good too.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys put on a great match.
Yeah. This was, to me, my favorite match.
Oh, absolutely. By far.
For sure.
By far. In fact, I'll say, dude, the two matches I've seen Caleb wrestle on NWA Power have been the best matches of the night.
Yes.
By far.
Yeah. He's definitely there. He's with it, and everybody's with him.
Yeah, and they should be. Once again, the man's got that charisma, that natural ability to draw people in, man, and the skills to go along with that, which you have to have both.
Right.
You know, you need both.
What was next?
Let's see. Did you have it wrote down, bro? I didn't. Man,
I didn't.
I don't write things down, man.
Was this a tag match?
I don't know, man.
I want to say it was a tag match. So that was next. You know, of course, they did their spots with, you know, Nick Aldis.
Right.
You know, with the interviews, and Eli Drake was, you know, wanting to be Tim Storm's partner
for the belt. Yeah. To start chasing after the tag team belts.
Right.
I'm gonna have to start writing this stuff down.
Yeah. Which kind of confused me because
I thought he was a heel.
I thought Eli Drake was a heel.
I did too. Which he still kind of is because he even called the ring or the guy announcing dummy.
Yeah.
So he's playing that tweener role.
Yeah.
But Mikey's playing it pretty well.
Yeah. I would say
he's doing it very, very well, man. Didn't really expect to see a tweener in NWA though.
I didn't either.
But hey, man, I'm not against it though.
I'm not sure where James Storm. I'm not sure where he stands.
He's kind of a tweener too, isn't he, man? Because he's talking about drinking beer on the weekends, and I mean,
that's a get over for sure.
Yeah,
but you know
because he's going against Josephus, who's a heel, who's an honest to God heel.
Yeah,
but he's kind of
he's on that same path of just
is he or ain't he?
Yeah.
And then you have like the Dawsons who are 100%, who I love.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Dawsons, man. That is. I mean, I will never.
They cut a good one.
Yes.
Homicide came out, cut a great one.
And Kingston.
Let me tell you what. He dropped some.
Oh yeah, dude, they're bleeping him out. They need a swear jar, brother.
He dropped. He dropped an F-bomb.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I think he dropped a couple.
Yeah.
No, there was a couple beeps.
Audience, we got beeped.
Yeah, the audience hears it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you feel about that in NWA Power, bro?
Ooh, that's tough, dude.
It is, isn't it?
That's tough.
Because, we came up kind of through the Attitude Era, as well, so we're used to that kind of.
Yeah.
And AEW, obviously, they have a wider window to get away with some of this stuff, which we kind of expected.
Yeah.
But NWA,
but they're not really throwing it down.
Not that bad. No, definitely not no F-bombs and stuff like that. I don't know, Mike, because even though it is and it's still traditional wrestling, but society has moved to that now. In other words, man, cursing isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, dude.
We've learned that.
well, yeah. I mean, the swear jar is getting pretty full here.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about how they said the S word on that animated movie I just watched.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I went back and, got to thinking about it, and some of the other DC animated have them as well.
Right.
I mean, they even said it in Transformers back in 1986.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest deal ever, man. That's
Yeah.
why I got a PG rating.
Right, yeah.
So I think society has kind of gotten a little desensitized.
For sure.
To cursing.
Definitely.
So keeping with that realness of traditional wrestling, which is really what it's about, man.
Exactly.
When it really breaks down, it's about that realness.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but it's still, I'm still a little like, whoa. It still kind of gets me in that show.
Right.
If they'd have said that on AEW, I mean, okay, well, what? It wouldn't even been a thing. But on NWA, I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah.
They're cussing.
Yeah.
So, but it is about the realness.
Yeah, for sure. The tag match with the Dawsons and Tim Storm and Eli Drake, that was a good match.
Did you like the finish?
I did not.
Really?
No.
I'm on the fence with it, Mike. I like
because I'm thinking Eli Drake is, he's down there for an awful long time.
Yeah.
Selling just that pole shot.
Right.
I
was on the fence with it,
Yeah.
brother. I could go both ways. For one, it was I like that finishing move they do. I do like that.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool move.
Yeah.
I think, man, we've been once again talking about being desensitized. I mean, I'm used to seeing the Young Bucks doing like quadruple DDT headbutt,
right.
And then people kicking out.
Yeah. I just don't think it was a good finish on Tim Storm.
That was what I was about to get to. It's like, but psychologically speaking, a tag team, an actual, honest to God, legit tag team should always beat two singles.
Right.
No matter who those two singles are.
Yeah.
They could be the world champion and the national champion.
Yeah.
But if you're going against a solidified tag team, psychologically speaking,
Right.
that tag team should win, which they did.
Yeah.
So that was where I was on the fence because I get it.
For sure.
I get it.
I get that part. I just don't think the match should have been set up. I would have rather seen them go against another tag.
Yeah. Maybe even a lower tier tag. Maybe. Well, they already did.
They already did
squash.
that the week before. Yeah. But even if they just got because there's no titles on the line, I think you could have had that match come up, even just like some kind of brawl with Homicide and
Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, man, to kind of devil advocate that or to counterpoint you, I could almost see how it did go down because you have these two singles guys who are trying to form a new tag team. Mm-hmm. So psychologically speaking, they're new. They don't know how to be a tag team yet. This is their first. Right. This is their first team. Like I said, bro, I hear you. I
think it's unnecessary.
I do hear what you're saying,
and you know how I feel about that. Two singles become a tag.
Exactly.
It's unnecessary. Especially those two.
Yeah, dude. I mean, because Tim Storm right now is over. But then
they could have had a match, at any point, or they could have wrestled James Storm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options that they need to think about.
But here's the thing, brother. Once again, I'm an NWA fanboy. Yeah. I'm one of those people, dude. Yeah. I'm going to defend them no matter. Even the hair cream is weird as hell, but whatever. It was funny. Kind of, not really. Anyway. We don't know what we're going to see next week. This could have just been chapter 1 in a saga. We don't know yet. Chapter 1 might have been a little bit of a letdown. you know, and I'll agree with you because, like I said, brother, I was definitely on the fence.
Don't end your show like that.
I will give you that. I think you should have ended it on a higher note. I will absolutely.
Especially as confusing as it was when Nick Aldis comes out to check on
to Tim Storm. But there's that respect level. It's like,
but where's
Nick Aldis at?
Yeah.
Where's Eli Drake with it? Once again, man, I don't know. Let it play out, brother. Good wrestling also plays out.
It does, but
you know, man, pro wrestling,
and you're not giving these tag teams, especially Homicide and everything. I mean,
that's true.
You're not giving their comeback.
I give you that. Yes, yeah, they should have got over this week.
Yeah,
they really should have.
And the wild cards,
too, man.
They took just as much of a beating as they did.
You're right. I don't know, man. I'm once again, dude. It wasn't the best show yet. Let's put it like that. It was definitely probably the with that opening
the week before. I loved that.
Oh show. yeah, I did too. And I enjoyed this show. Don't get it wrong, man. Yeah. I really did enjoy it. And once again, I think it's probably my favorite show of the week, honestly. Even though AEW had my favorite segment of the week that we'll talk about. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and start transitioning on into AEW, man. So now once again, brother, I watched this over the course of about 3 days. So it may not be as fresh with me. What was our first match that night? Do you recall?
Actually, it was straight, man. It was like just open. No,
that's right. There was no intro or nothing.
No intro or nothing. Right, you go straight into the Lucha Brothers against Private Party.
Private Party, yeah. That's right.
That semi-tag tournament,
dude.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I think it was a good match.
Good match, man.
There was a lot of sloppy moves going on,
but there was a lot of it.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Not
as smooth.
Yeah. Not as smooth as with what they had with the Bucks.
Right.
Lucha Brothers were killing it though. I mean,
Private Party did good. I know there was no botches, but there was some.
There's a couple
borderliners.
Yeah.
Borderliners.
Yeah.
They were still able to pull some of it. Dude, a lot of I can't say the word Huniconrada. Is that right?
Huniconrada.
I still call them Frankensteiners. Yeah. A lot of in the whole show.
A lot.
There's a lot.
A
man. Lot. It kind of starts getting into that. Is it too many? Yeah. Would you rather have too many or not enough?
Not enough. I'd rather have not enough.
Really.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of take you out of it. Still, it was a great match, man. I mean, dude, I'll still put that over anything I watched on WWE the last, when I do try to watch it. It's been a while now, man. I mean, I have to put that out there. I haven't watched it.
God, everything they hit. Now, these guys.
Phenomenal, dude.
You don't see a botch.
No.
You don't see a botch out of these two. They're incredible.
Yes. And you got
everything that they hit looks
real.
Yeah. Fantastic. But yeah, Lucha Brothers over in that match.
And like I said, man, I thought the match. Dude, one thing I will say about the match.
I thought it was a great open to the show.
It was.
For sure.
And I thought it was a good overall match. It's sloppy, but man, I think it did go a little long.
Yeah, for sure.
They could have probably cut about 5 or 6 minutes out of that match.
Yeah.
And probably would have cut down on some of the sloppiness too.
Yeah.
But Private Party, brother, they're coming up, man. That's don't sleep on them.
Well, I tell you, now going into the other semi-tag title match, SCU against the Dark Order.
Oh, dude.
I thought this was a better match.
I did too. In fact, man, I actually got a lot more respect for the Dark Order now.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, I don't know about Evil Uno.
Right.
I don't know. Dude, he's a big guy, and he can move.
He can do stuff.
He can really move, man. And Grayson, what's the first name? His first name is something Grayson. Oh, God. Well, I love the gimmick, man.
Yeah.
I got to start taking notes, man. If we're going to start doing this weekly roundup, or is it roundup we're doing?
Wrap up.
Well, I just said GD. I'm going to put $1 in for GD. That's blasphemy, man. I'm trying to cut that one out especially.
But, I mean, SCU.
Dude, what else can you say?
Wow.
These guys.
This is going to be a big match coming down because, obviously SCU went over.
Right.
It's going to be a huge match between the Lucha Brothers and SCU.
And who knows who's going to take it?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. It's like this could go either way.
It could. But it was also announced that at that, the Rock and Roll Express will be presenting the new AEW tag belts to the winner.
Now, aren't they the current NWA tag champions? Or did they lose those belts? I know they won them.
I'm wanting to think they had lost them.
Have they lost them?
Yeah.
Okay. But, man, that's...
Yeah.
Dude, I love to see Ricky and Robbie are actually relevant again, dude. I mean, they've been in a lot of headlines lately.
Oh, yeah.
And I will agree with you, Mike. Those belts, the more I look at those belts, they're Maypop, bro.
Right.
They really are. They should do better.
Yeah.
They need better belts for the tag. Yeah. I'll give you that,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. I was looking at it this week, and I was like, yeah. But Ricky and Robert are back in the spotlight some, man, and that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
that. I love that.
It is. Joey Janela versus Kenny Omega, and just a rematch from like AEW Dark.
Dude, AEW Dark, I would venture to say I haven't watched WWE.
That's one of their best ideas.
Dude, it's phenomenal. And their
Yeah.
matches are great.
Yeah.
I would probably say it's better than Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have.
Yeah.
Would you agree with
Yeah.
that? Dude, that match on Dark was amazing.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of great stuff on Dark.
Yeah, like I said, I've been watching them. Yeah.
We don't get to see off of the main show.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude.
absolutely fantastic.
This match.
Yeah.
Joey Janela, once again,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I'm a fan of all these guys.
Well, let me tell you this: if you haven't watched AEW Dark, the newest episode, I think it was the newest episode or the one before, Cody's interview with referee Aubrey Edwards.
I think that was the one before. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just that alone is fantastic.
Cody's got it, man. He's got it natural.
Yeah.
So does Dustin.
Yeah.
That's some, we'll get to that
Yeah.
segment, which was my favorite segment of the week by far.
The Rhodes crew fight with the Inner Circle.
That was that.
Oh yeah, Kenny Omega. Over in a fantastic match. I thought this was the
match of the night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Match of the night,
Yeah.
man. And that
Yeah.
main event was great too. I really enjoyed that main event. But that match,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, dude, I was so not a fan of him before AEW. Now he's one of my favorites.
All right.
For real.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that segment, man.
Whew.
Started out just an interview.
Yeah.
Tony Schiavone was interviewing Cody.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Now the Inner Circle had showed up without Jack Hagar because I
Right.
think he was actually going for his fight or whatever.
Yeah.
That he kicked somebody in the balls. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It went to a no contest, but yeah. Anyway, but
Yeah.
it was an accident, man. That stuff happens in
Yeah.
MMA all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no big deal. But it was Sammy Guevara.
Mm-hmm.
I still call him LAX, but Santana and Ortiz, and obviously Jericho. And they bought tickets.
Yeah.
They did
Up
that
in the
old
box.
spot. They had the big, nice box seats.
Boo.
Booing the whole time. Had a
Oh,
microphone
man.
up there.
Air horn.
Air horns. So they start blowing the air horns during
Hilarious.
Cody's interview.
Popcorn, throwing
Yeah.
popcorn everywhere.
Just they were being those fans.
Yeah.
They were being those
Yeah.
obnoxious fans. And do you want to talk about the segment, brother? What all happens? How much it's
Yeah,
over?
they were kind of getting on Cody, and Cody turns around. It's like, hey, this isn't the other wrestling company. There's no invisible wall here.
Love that.
Keep me from coming up there, and we're getting into a fight. Then it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's 4-on-1.
Right.
Then Dustin comes down.
To a huge pop.
Yes,
Dude, I think he's actually more over now
Yeah,
than he has ever been
for
in his
sure.
life. And look,
Yeah,
he's what, 50 something?
Yeah,
And he's over more now than
Yeah.
ever.
yeah.
Because he gets a chance to
Yeah.
be. He always could have been.
Yep.
Because he's a Rhodes. It's
All right.
in his blood.
So you've got 4-on-2.
Yeah.
Okay, brings out
MJF.
MJF.
One of those weird enigmas.
Yeah.
Because he's on the good side
Yeah.
here, but he's the biggest heel. And at first I didn't know if I liked it. Now I'm really getting
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
But when Jericho asked him, why am I scared of a guy with a scarf?
Oh God, yeah, yeah. It
Phenomenal,
goes
man.
back to it. He gets it.
Yeah,
Always gets it.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to be scared of a guy wearing a scarf, dude. I laugh.
Who wears a scarf?
Yeah, dude. I started
Yeah.
dying laughing,
Yeah.
man. Great. And then
Then the fourth guy, who I'm figuring, Paige.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the Young Bucks. Even I thought maybe both the Young Bucks.
I thought
you
the
know.
Bucks would come out,
Yeah.
but no. It's DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page, brother.
What? What?
And dude, once again, so over,
Hey.
brother. I've always been a DDP fan,
Yeah.
man. Even back in the day, I
And it
liked him.
works.
And it was over, man. It worked.
Because it's a fight.
Yes.
Right.
And you know what else AEW has got down to a science, which you have to have it, brother. And it's always worked like this. And why WWE doesn't get this, I guess because they're not fans who are writing it. That's really what I think it boils down to, is they have got it down how you mix the old with the new,
Yeah.
man. It has always been a formula that has always worked.
Yeah.
And WWE has quit that formula. Once again, I'm not here just to crap all over WWE,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always worked, man. It worked for WWE
All right.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Look at Bruno, man.
Yeah.
Bruno started putting the people over. He was
Yep.
coming in, bringing in the young guys, giving them the rub,
Yeah.
man. and they have it down, man. You got Dustin and DDP, who are the legends.
Yeah.
You have Cody, who's at his, you could probably say he's at his prime right now.
For sure.
And then you have MJF, who is the young guy coming in. He ain't but 23 years old, brother. Basically, not necessarily a rookie, but come on, man. He's not even hit his stride yet.
Yeah.
And they combined it.
Yeah.
And, brother.
It was great. It was a great wild brawl.
Dude, when MJF took his scarf that Jericho, alluded to earlier, wrapped his fist and broke through that glass.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, man. And just proceeded to go into the stands, into the concession area.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Once again, that was the best segment of the night, man. I was 2 thumbs way up on that one, brother. So good. Such a good match. Or not a match, but segment, I mean.
Yeah, just a segment. Going to the next match, it's another tag match. It's going to be a tag heavy couple shows.
Right, just a promotion, really, man. Which I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I like tag wrestling,
Best Friends with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. Pockets.
Against the Young Bucks. I thought it was a great match.
It was, man. It didn't blow me away.
No.
But it was a solid.
It was a solid match.
Once again, brother. I mean, I give it 4 stars, man. I mean, once again, when a 4-star match.
I gave it 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I gave it 4 because
Omega and Janela, that was 4-star.
Yeah. I almost gave it 5, brother. I mean, it was damn near perfect. Yeah. It really was damn near perfect, man. Those guys are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I like the Best Friends versus the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Those guys are
all. It was a great match. Bucks over in that one.
Yeah. And a clean finish.
Yeah.
Once again, dude, they have real clean. There's not smodges or run-ins and stuff. I mean, you have real finishes. And real winners and losers. And, and the Best Friends are still over.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're going to be just as over, man. You can lose a match and still
Chuck Taylor,
over.
Man. I've grown really fond of this guy.
Yep.
Every time I see him going, he's great.
He's great, man. He's 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And dude, when the Young Bucks,
he shouldn't be. He doesn't look like he should be.
I know, man. No, the body type and his work rate don't necessarily jive, but it does. Yeah. But it works.
It does.
And brother, when them Young Bucks hugged to get over on the heat they generated.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Good stuff. They knew what they were doing. Once again, they get it.
Let's go to this next match.
All right.
Jamie Hayter.
I love the name.
This is a great name.
I love the name.
This is a great name. Against Britt Baker.
Dr. Brett Baker.
Yeah.
Doctor.
DMD.
DDS.
DMD.
Is it DMD?
Yeah, DMD.
Okay. All right. She's a dentist. In her hometown.
Mm-hmm. Britsburg.
Yeah. They were putting it over.
Uh-huh.
What'd you think about the match, Mike?
I thought it was terrible.
Not the best match of the night. Dude, and it feels like we're picking on the women.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? But, dude, at the same time, if you're being objective, I don't look at women's matches or men's matches.
No.
I look at wrestling matches.
Yeah.
For one, man, I like Jamie Hayter. I like her style.
Yeah.
I like that big woman style. We'll say big man style for me, obviously.
Yeah.
But she's not, a big woman, but she's definitely bigger than Brett Baker or most of the other women in the division. I liked her heel work, but man, she was pandering a lot to the camera, just like you were talking about earlier in that NWA match, to the point where it's too much.
Too much.
It's like, come on, man.
Like you don't have to pander after every move. It's
dude, I think you should work the crowd.
Yeah.
I think you should definitely get some pandering in.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a limit, and she went way over the limit.
And especially with this crowd, you can work this crowd with your work.
Yeah, absolutely you can. And I didn't think this was a terrible match, Mike. I don't think I hated it.
I was not. I was not into this.
It was definitely my least favorite match of the night. It went on pretty long too. That was something else.
It's not Rio.
It's not. No, it's not. And Brett, man, God bless her. And I don't think she's a bad worker. It's just I haven't been that impressed with her, brother. I just haven't been. But yeah, I mean, even when the match started, I was like, oh God. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, well, but Jamie Hayter, I love the name.
Yeah,
I like the look.
Yeah.
I like the heel tactics.
I wonder if she's from Skid Row too.
She's from England, Skid Row, England.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Those damn British people,
The Skite Row.
Jesus, man. Okay. Not a good match though. Not a good match. You need Riho up there, man. I'm telling you.
I know.
You need
You really do.
You really do.
Yep. So Britt Baker over in that one.
Yeah. The crowd was hot for it though. I will say that. But man, it went long.
Yeah.
Once again, dude, they could have shaved off some time. Maybe not pander so much, but yeah.
Right. So the main event, we got Moxley versus Pac.
Man. Great match.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say, dude?
They
They
were just hard hitting, just everything.
put it all in the ring once again, dude. They worked like it was their last match.
Right. And ultimately wound up being a draw.
Who knew?
Wow.
Who knew? And it got over.
It worked.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. That crowd was booing, obviously. I mean, and dude, it was a little.
There's a difference between booing because it ended in a draw,
and booing because it sucked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Well, dude, did you see the crowd on their feet in that last 30 seconds? Yeah. I mean, they were on every second of that, man. It was a little predictable.
It was.
Because they kept saying 3 minutes remain. I'm like, oh, they're going to a time. I figured that out. Well, really, when they said time limit or TV time remaining.
I like that. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Decades.
Yeah.
Maybe decades, brother.
I like the draw. I would have liked better.
What's that?
If it
kept on going?
Kept going, and they ended the TV.
Instead of kind of going on, because they went into another segment.
And you could have watched the ending on AE Dark.
Yeah, exactly. I give you that. But once again, man, overall, and I also like how they set up.
I think they're bringing those, a lot of AEW and NWA Power are bringing back those Crockett elements.
Yes, sir, they are.
Those Dusty elements.
They are. Because guess what, man? It works.
Yeah.
Now, you got your haters out there.
Oh, yeah.
The Dusty haters.
Uh-huh.
Just like you have the WWE fanboys.
Yeah.
We don't agree.
No.
We disagree completely. Only thing I know, for me, brother, it's working.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't stop it, man. Because I'm like you, when they went to that last 30 seconds, I've not seen a crowd that hot to see a finish of a match.
No, I know.
Once again, man, possibly decades, brother.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Let me talk about Aubrey Edwards.
Okay. Oh, dude, I think she's amazing, brother.
To me, it's just like watching a female Tommy Young.
Absolutely, man.
Every one of her mannerisms, everything she does. And I'm the same way with Aubrey Edwards as I was with Tommy Young, and still am whenever I see like a Tommy Young match where he's refereeing. I am fixated on Tommy Young.
Yeah.
And every not just because I've seen the matches, my God, hundreds of times.
Right.
But I always like watching his reactions and his mannerisms.
Dude,
she is the absolute same way.
Absolutely, man. She is without a doubt, man. I'm glad you brought her up because she has got to be absolutely one of the, if not the best referee right now.
Yes,
by far.
Yes.
I mean, I'm with you, man. I'm fixated. And I do think she's an attractive woman. I mean, let's get that elephant out of the room. But that's not why.
Right.
That but I'm with you, man. In fact, a friend of mine posted a meme that had Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair on it. It's like, if you grew up in this time, your childhood was amazing. But Tommy Young is in it too.
Right.
And I said, hey, you got three of the greatest of all time. Yeah. And my friend's like, absolutely, Tommy Young was just as big as a star as these guys were. He couldn't have had it without Tommy Young. I think the lost art of refereeing, is a lost art.
Yes.
I really do. Yes. And Aubrey Edwards, man.
Oh, yeah.
She's bringing that art form back.
She's nailed it.
Now, brother, you had it on a very positive note, but I'm going to end it on a little bit of a negative note.
Okay.
Because you know how I feel about this guy. And I'm going to talk about him real quick one more time.
Okay.
Justin Roberts, man. I hate Justin Roberts, the ring announcer.
Okay,
dude.
I was like,
the guy from SmackDown.
I missed that match somewhere.
Oh no, you ain't missing it. Dude.
I got you.
I cannot stand him, dude. Every time, dude, it sounds like he had a stroke. Every time he talks, man. For the World Championship, the Young Bucks. Man, I'm like, get me a good ring announcer. I mean, dude, you ain't going to hit 100. I get that.
Yeah.
At AEW, dude, come
Fair
on.
enough.
Justin Roberts is the worst, man. I'm sure he's a good person, but I wouldn't pee on him if he was on fire, brother.
Oh.
No, I mean, okay, that's a little much, isn't it, man? Let me take it back. I would pee on him if he was on fire.
Okay.
But, yeah, okay. Well, brother, on that note, we're about 2 hours in.
Yeah.
In the vein of keeping it family friendly. Yeah.
Okay. So SmackDown happened last night.
Oh.
But
Dumb.
Okay.
Dumb.
All right.
Was it any good?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
No.
Was there anything to talk about?
No.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Fair enough.
Hey, Mike. You know what? Before we end off, man, let's see how much money we raise for the the charity this
absolutely.
week, man. This is the last podcast of the month.
Yeah.
All right, people, bear with me. I was going to say we got.
I know you put a small fortune in it just today.
Just today, man. I actually got a few dollars left over. I usually just put a pile of ones out, and I still got some, man. I can eat
a whole
today.
lot.
Hey, I can get a couple of drinks today. Let's see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna put 20.
You get a hot dog from Sea Lunch.
I can actually. I can get a couple, man.
You can probably get about 12.
I was gonna say, man, good ones too,
Yeah,
bro. Well, they're all
exactly.
seeing lunch is what's up, man. Yeah. If you ain't had seen lunch hot dogs, then you ain't lived.
That's right.
Don't be like me and not watch The Thing until you're 44. Go out and get yourself a city lunch. Get you about 5 or 6 of them bad boys, man.
Then watch The Thing.
And then watch The Thing, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But let's see, Mike. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, $24, man.
Ching.
So we earned 24. I'm going to throw a 20 in on my personal money just to
Awesome.
kind of do something like that. So we're going to be able to donate in the name of the podcast, and my late mother, we're going to be able to put $44 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, man.
Awesome.
And, that makes me feel good, brother. That's a good way to end the day right
Absolutely.
there. Instead of peeing on Justin Roberts, we get to end it with giving money to a great charity.
Right on.
Even though peeing on Justin Roberts might be kind of fun, too. I don't know.
Hey,
Where's R. Kelly when you need him?
on that note,
Y'all have a good one.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to go.
This has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.